DFZRadio.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Talking about the heavy tea road show. Knowing someone better than your show. And everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the heavy tea road show.
What is? Welcome, Heavy T's Grow Show, Wednesday night on DFZ Radio, immediately after the Hydro Chef Show. If you missed that, that's going to be available sometime soon on the on-demand section of DFZ Radio. In fact, I kept the Hydro Chef in studio because he knows grow a little bit. He knows how to grow a chin beard. Not chin beard.
My mids are better than his mids.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. You know, I was thinking about this, guys, and I believe that we are in the works of putting together the first Heavy Tea Flower Challenge, which is going to be for our listeners to be the judges, that you come out and we have an event pop in where if you grow the mids, you grow the fire, or you grow like Jerome, which is like exceedingly fire. It's like Inferno. It's like BHO explosion. 1,300 degree, burn your skin off your muscles. Fire. We're going to be having it pop off. But nonetheless, we are doing our thing tonight. Fantech Shelby is going to be in the house. Big Boss Man from Fantech is also going to be in the house. We're going to be announcing a big giveaway for Fantech and how you enter to win that. And, of course, we're hooking up callers with free grow gear. 562-653-0707 just for Talk and Grow. Let me introduce the chef at the end of the table is G.H. Devin, or Hawthorne Devin now. What's up, Devin?
You know, I'm G.H. through and through, but yeah. I'll go by the Hydro Chef now.
What are you mixed up? Is this an infused cocktail?
That was from our guest from earlier this evening. It was some cannabis-infused vodka.
Player, you do a 1-hour show, and if you drank this and your eyes look like this and look like how they look now, and I'm supposed to do a 4-hour show, you're crazy.
Crossfaded, bro.
It's called crossfading.
What's in this? Tell me what's in this, because
cannabis-infused vodka, dab chelada, pineapple-infused syrup, and
terpenes.
Little terpenes from our good friends over at
Abstracts?
Nope, this one's True Terpene, but shout out to Abstracts too.
Shout out to Abstracts, yep. So is it going to get me faded?
It's going to get you cross-faded.
How many milligrams is it?
This motherfucker.
I don't do anything cross, by the way. I don't cross-dress. I don't cross-fit. I don't cross-fade.
You don't cross-fit?
Like I had to say that. Come on, look at these titties. I almost called the flower challenge a heavy tea cup, but I thought too many people would be making fun of my titties.
Heavy titty cup.
Heavy D cup.
Heavy tea, dog, is further down the alphabet.
So we stay faded every Wednesday night there. Yep, and I brought some of that for you guys. Made a drink for you.
Thank you, man. Let's do a toast here. Here's to all the mid growers out there. I'm
gonna drink mine straight since you pussies are whining.
Damn, show them how it's done, chef.
Here.
Oh man,
you're in a long drive home.
Use a bitch.
I don't want the Mrs. Hydro Chef to give me a call
and
be like, this motherfucker wrapped his G-Ride van around a pole. Yeah, I'll drink that later on. It's beautiful. Thank you. And, of course, Jiggity Jerome is here. He was at L.A. Garden Supply this week, and I went there for moral support and had to drop some knowledge bombs as well. But Jiggity Jerome got up there and spoke for a good hour and a half about how to get a half pound of life.
Read a couple grow books, did you?
You did
Talk
your
about
thing.
some grow.
And now you're here, and your shirt that says "Fuck Blue Dream." That's the Call the Truth Williams right there. That's a true statement. Fuck that Blue Dream.
Shout out to Aaron for hooking these up.
Yeah, now talking to the mic. Talking to the
Oh,
mic.
dude. I could hear myself.
There's nothing wrong with a little
Man,
Blue
I hate
Dream.
microphones. I was just talking
Blue
about I hate
Dream.
the sound of my fucking voice.
Blue
but
Dream is a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic fucking mid.
It's coming back, man. Purple Punch is the new Blue Dream.
I was looking for the old cut of GG4 that I had. I was like, man,
Hey, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna grow that and just call it Heavy TOG.
The GG4, man.
That'll be the TT4.
That shit
Heavy Titties OG.
might be making a comeback.
I got that cut allegedly.
But you're
Only
here.
because it never went away.
You're here drinking beer with no fear and fuck Blue Dream. Thanks for coming in, Jiggity Jerome. Let's get to the phone lines. We got JB in the OC calling for Jiggity.
Yes, JB in the OC calling for Jiggity.
Oh my god.
What up, player?
I got a large-scale grow question for Jerome. If you're doing a lot of things and you got multiple rooms going into flower at different times, what's your best thing to keep those mites out of there? I'm already using everything, by the way. Avid, floor mite, and attain foggers. This thing ain't going nowhere.
I actually know JB, and this is the true story.
I know the voice.
So how are you going to go hard on mites, especially if they build up resistance to certain insecticides?
Well, I mean, mites, it's all about breaking their life cycle. You need to go in there with a contact killer, something that's going to kill the eggs as well. Doing that, every other day for at least a good 5 to 7 days is perfectly fine. After you get through a contact killer, just routine maintenance after that, using different type of beneficial insects in conjunction with different types of different bioinsecticides that won't kill the beneficial insects, creating an IPM regimen that you stay on top of, not just wait till you finally take care of the spider mites and then all of a sudden they come back because you get lazy. Most growers get lazy. Most people don't think about, as far as when you go to your garden where you've been throughout the day and possibly taking these,
cross-contamination.
Absolutely. And I love this question. This is such a troll-ass question. I bet you use Forbid and what else do you use?
He really
JB?
uses all those
I
things.
use every product every day pretty much. I got
Every
Trifecta,
product.
neem oil, pyrethins.
You don't wear a respirator either, right?
No, I just pull my collar over my nose, though.
No.
And that's legit. And then he goes snuggles his baby.
Man.
That way the mites can't hide in my beard.
Dude, you're going to survive a
He goes
nuclear
snuggles his
blast.
10-pound chihuahua.
Dude.
Listen straight up. If you have a mite problem that you're throwing everything in the book at and you don't think you can get a handle on, it might be time to just go nuclear, wipe everything out, reset.
Have you considered fire?
Yeah, that's what my next question was.
But you shouldn't. You shouldn't be using those systemic, carcinogenic, problematic, not non-regulated, but what's the word I'm looking for?
It's not organic.
No, some of those are probably organic, and organic does not mean that it's non-toxic. But IPM using several different active ingredients, kill on contact, and preventative, which you are doing, and he still can't get rid of it, Jerome. So
you know what you do at this point is you got to get some duct tape, masking
this
tape,
is a true story,
and
though.
you wrap this around your hand, and you go through your entire garden. It may take you a few years. You might get through the crop, but eventually you will get them all on the tape.
That's legit, Jerome.
Hey, a shop vac.
we want to give Jerome a shout out on his last show here at DFC Radio with his tape on the hand answer. Set in Duff's seat and he becomes Duff, and that's why we had to bring Duff back because he's got to be here to tell us about those Duff things. In fact, in honor of Duff, we have a new product. Jerome, hit it. It's your new tape gloves.
Oh, man. The new tape gloves, man. You can go to Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, anywhere, 24 hours a day. Shop where the tweakers shop and get your duct tape to take care of those pesky spider mites because everything else doesn't work, so fuck it.
Made out of cheap packing tape, that's right. It's Jiggity Drums Tape Gloves, available at all Wallbogs. That's not a real product.
You guys gonna send me one of those?
Okay, we're going to send you 2 tape gloves. Mark is manufacturing them in the back right now, and a heavy tea swag pack.
Yeah.
JB, get those mites under control.
Swag.
For real, though, we're joking around. If you're throwing everything in except the kitchen sink at a problem, you need the insects or whatever it is, and this is for the listeners' benefit out there. They have probably built up resistance. And if you're in the middle of a crop, yeah, we go hard and we want to kill them. But if they're there and they built up resistance, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. You're just not going to get rid of all of them. So it's wipe them out, bring in some new genetics, quarantine them, and before they establish, even if they're on new genetics, before they establish a colony or a population that is out of control. And once you have mites, if you leave one egg, you leave one insect, you still have mites. Okay, so I mean, if you're spraying, atomizing, whatever, and you cannot get rid of them, they're everywhere, and you need to go full nuclear. You need to reset everything, treat everything. ProCure is a good treatment. 99% isopropyl alcohol, and spray everything down that's non-electronic in your grow room, all plastics, all pots, everything. Get rid of all of debris, all trash in the grow room. Bugs love to hang out in old leaves and plants that people just, they go through prune and they're like, yeah, I got this pile of leaves over here. It doesn't really matter. What's that smell in here? There's my pile of leaves in the corner. But the nugs smell good. Yeah, that's good. Giving off methane and shit in there.
All right, well, I'm going to tell my friend all this information. That's what I was asking for.
Oh, yeah, it was it for your friend.
Not me. That's for a friend.
Get beneficial insects. I mean, there's no way that you're not going to be able to kill them with something that's going to eat them. So,
what about everything he's using, though, that's systemic? You put those beneficial on there, are they not going to just be dead? Come on, Jiggity.
A lot of those are only systemic for up to 30 days. A lot of people know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've been using Avid like 90 days and it still tests positive. Allegedly. Right, JV?
Yeah, all my stuff tests positive for Avid every time.
He's an avid user.
It definitely stays longer than 30 days. But JB, check this out. Smoke weed every day, even if it's mite infested. A little mite poop never hurt anyone. Avid's good for your hairline. I bet you have really thick hair, especially on your back.
That's right.
All right, good looking out, JB. Thanks for calling in.
Fucking troll.
562-653-0707. Hey, I mean, I will turn the troll into a money maker. We got to talk grow out here. This is what we do. This is what Jerome went and did at LA Garden Supply. He was talking grow the whole time. What did you think about that situation, Jerome? How'd you feel about it? I thought you did it. By the way, all the ball busting aside that I give you. And I actually gave this motherfucker a compliment, Devin. I sent him a text and said, hey, man, that went real well. You did real good. And all I got back was thank you. But I could hear the tears flowing onto the screen. The happy tears of my approval. But what'd you think about that, meeting the people, the listeners and stuff?
It was fun. I mean, for me, I was a little nervous, I guess, at the beginning just because I really didn't have an agenda. I mean, realistically, when we're talking about, general grow advice for people, you don't want to overwhelm them too much. So it was pretty easy. It's I think, just going back to what I said Saturday, the most important thing to me is the environment. And
I think we say that every week too, right?
The environment, that's everything. That includes, your pest populations in there, good or bad. That includes the cleanliness. That includes the temperatures, the humidities. Just every single little thing in detail goes into a good grow. And, once you get comfortable and you start doing good, a lot of people start to get lazy. And I think that's when their yields and quality starts to decline because they get comfortable. Mm-hmm. And unless you're trying to constantly be better and innovate yourself in a sense, you're not always going to be doing the same thing. However, you are going to be trying to learn as much as you can to benefit from, anything that you're doing as much as possible. The more people want to drive down the operating costs and the overall cost to produce, the product, you also don't want to lose the quality. And there's a skill to that. There's a lot said that, there's a lot of marketing, I think, that goes into a lot of different things that people see and buy. And, at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. I think nutrients are one of the things that are very minute details. I think a lot of that goes into the person's personal type of grow, meaning if you're growing in soil, cocoa, or rock wool, I think a lot of that really will basically, in a sense, I can't even explain this.
Well, you base your nutrient,
decide what you're going to use.
Your nutrient regimen on what grow medium you're in, what strain you have, and what we kind of said at the, and I spoke a little bit, but Jerome was up there for most of the time, and what Jerome said, and I reiterated, was a lot of people use different nutrients, or people are too quick to give responsibility for a failure to something like a nutrient, and also to give away the credit for their success to like a nutrient. The correlation of failure or success to what nutrient you're using isn't as closely as tight as you think it would be. And my point was, if you start with a nutrient, you go 3 or 4 rounds with it, you're going to be able to dial that in with the same strain, same genetics, same environment. And a lot of these guys like GH, Botanicare, Mills, Veg Bloom was there. These guys have done the heavy lifting, and there are some differences in formulas, in quality of inputs, and ease of use. And you have to find something that fits your style of grow, your grow medium. But you're not going to go out there and buy some bootleg Amazon dank 420 dankness $2 powders and think that you're going to do as well as you are going to do with a 3-part that's been around since 1977, used by NASA, used by growers worldwide. That's how Horticris built his empire, was on the 3-part. At Dushrooms. But I like that. I was kind of disappointed at the event that there was not so many hot chicks that you promised were going to be there.
Oh, dude, I didn't promise anything like that, man.
You did. You said all these hot chicks were DMing you, and you were going to be there. And I came along for the hot chicks.
Dude, one thing I was
said they want me there. The hot chicks want me there, you said.
Dude, the taco truck thing was dope. You give them 1 ticket, they give you 5 tacos. That's pretty good.
That's true. Let's go back to Talk and Grow with our callers. We have Jason. He's got a call about drying out some water leaves. What's going on, Jason?
Man, nothing much. It was just like...
You there, doggy?
It's taking a rip.
Damn. Hey, Marcos Poyos, you hear me? Get Jason back the best you can. We'll go to the next caller. Jason, if you're there, Marcos Poyos coming back, or we'll give you a call back. We got Larry. He has a question about his environment.
What's going on, fellas?
What up, Larry?
What up?
I got a 16 by 25 space. I want to set up a perpetual growth. I only have 1 air conditioner. And I know CO2, they say, is bad at night and flaring. If I was set up 3 different rooms, 2 fire rooms, is there a way that I could, run everything off of 1 unit and 1 CO2 controller?
Yeah, well, you can exchange the air through it, and I definitely would put some of the dust rooms we talked about so the airflow would come through, and if you had a contamination, it wouldn't cross-contaminate. But CO2 isn't bad at night. It's just useless. CO2 is only used when the plant is photosynthesizing. So if you have a level of CO2 that stays higher, it's not going to hurt the plants during the night cycle. It's just not useful. So if you're crossing the airflow where you're exchanging the air between 2 rooms, so the cool air and the higher CO2 go to whatever light is on, then you're going to be good to grow. Remember, though, that in exchanging that, you have to make a light trap of some type. You can't have any light come through whatever ducting you have, hole in the wall, whatever, because that's going to cause hermaphrodation. You got something to add, Devin?
Sorry, I was
yeah, you've been drinking a fucking martini.
I was answering a text.
He's got a 16 by 25 room, or is there 3 separate rooms in this you're trying to control, or 3 16 by 25 rooms? Because I'm already thinking that's already like a 12-light room. If you had 3 of those, that's about 15 to 20 tons of air conditioning.
Yeah, no, it's the same space, but I'm trying to break it up into 2 blue rooms and a bedroom.
Why do you want to separate the bloom rooms? To stagger the cycle?
Yeah, so I won't have so many lights on at one time.
Okay.
Yeah, you got so much electricity, and it's got to do it. You need to look at the Fantech Revolution EC too. It can run both ways with the controller unit, and you can control 2 separate spaces like that. We're actually going to have a giveaway that we're announcing tonight. So if you weren't exchanging it and you're like, man, I got the CO2 pinned at 1,500 with these lights off, woo, people look at you like you're kind of crazy.
Right. I know, it has adverse effect. Y'all have a good recommendation on a light, high intensity light. Only have 7.5 foot ceilings.
Okay,
but
so if you want to run double-ended and do like a 1,000-watt double-ended, get one with a horizontal balance like the Nanolux double-ended. Otherwise, with shorter lights, most people will go lower output. Gavita makes a 750 Gavita, which you don't need so much clearance above your plant space, so you can run those. Or you might want to look at the 315s. 315 ceramic metal halides or LECs. Place those around your garden and get the proper wattage per square foot, and you're going to grow some high-quality, dense nugs.
Okay. On the 315s ceramic metal halide.
Yeah, you're just going to purchase more of them because they're going to be pretty much lockstep and like boom, boom, boom.
They run at about 1.1 amps at 240 volts. So, how many amps do you have dedicated to that room, by the way?
30 amps.
And now is this 30 amps 120 volt, 30 amps 240 volt?
120, but I can do it 240 easy.
See, the 315s, I would recommend even using up to 4 of those for a 4x8 area. And even at that, you're running at about 4.4 to 4.6 amps. Versus if you're using, let's say, 2,000 watt Gavitas, you're running at about 4.5 to about 5+ amps per light. So, it's definitely going to save you money. I think 4 of them would be fine. They make 2 different options. They make the vertical and horizontal. The Boss, the newer one that has the dimmable feature, I would probably recommend that one just because it does spread the light a little bit better. The optics on the vertical bulb, I think, is 2 directional. And if you really want to cover as much canopy as possible, I would go with the other option. Plus, you do have the dimmable option. It does have connections for integrated light controller as well.
Now, this is where we get into the photons, a par meter. You talked about this on Saturday, too. And, Devin, I know you're high as fuck, but come on, come back to the fucking studio, dog. 315, we got 4 of those over a 4x8. We are at, 1,260 watts, which is roughly about 40 to 45 watts per square foot. To get the most out of my garden, I'm running 60 to 70 watts per square foot typically when I run my double-endeds. Having that lower energy, Jerome or Devin, because you being a Hawthorne employee, you know the lighting inside and out. You guys manufacture your own lights.
Well, I mean,
but having that lower energy of watts per square foot, explain to Larry why that's not necessarily as important as the part of the photon and where the LECs actually overcome that.
Well, I mean, I was going to actually say how much more effective the return on investment would be on the Gavita. The LEC is great for low power consumption.
He has low ceilings, though, Devin. That was the problem.
Yeah, 7.5 foot.
That's where I wasn't listening.
Well, here's the thing.
It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't want.
Well, go ahead.
Well,
speak on the
par meter. All you need to do is utilize this tool to 2 things for your benefit. One, you're able to achieve par levels that are very similar to a 1,000-watt Gavita, but they're actually at different distances or heights from the top of the canopy. Now, as far as the intensity is going to generate different amounts of radiant heat, but the thing you can also do with the par meter is whenever you have a new fixture and you've done the breaking in period of at least 100 hours on the new bulb, you can go ahead and take these readings from different dimensions directly underneath the light, 3 feet to the side, and you're actually taking these measurements into account and noting them. And after each harvest, you can go back through there with the par meter at these particular distances that you measured in the first place and compare the data. And what you're going to see is you're going to see light start to diminish or the par levels diminish over time. And depending on those percentages, you can equivalate that into the amount of light. I mean, I don't know. That's not a fucking real word, but it sounds smart.
Speakification on the facts.
Equivalate.
But basically, equate that shit to, basically, a lot of these fixtures will tell you replace your bulb every, 1 year or whatever it is. If your bulb's still operating within 1 to 3% after a year, and they say to replace it after a year, is that going to benefit you, that 3%? Once you get into 10, 15, 20% light diminished, you can already start to do the math. And if you've already seen quality stay the same, but your actual yields start to diminish, then you're going to see the advantage of having a par meter in the end, because you're going to save the money on spending the money on the bulbs when you don't need it. And you can go ahead and save that money,
That's how you get your return on investment.
Yeah, dude. And, as far as the bulbs, the reflectors, too, whether you're running sulfur or some type of humidifier, you're going to see oxidation to these hoods. So when you first get them, they're super bright and shiny, but after time, they start to get dull and real like a matte finish to it.
And back to what I was going after, though. The lower wattage over that same space that you would normally put 2 to 2,300 watts over the 4x8, where you said put 1260 over the 4 315s. It's about usable light. And those LECs have a lot more usable light than most HIDs on the market. All due respect to your company and everything.
What about the
They're both our
Nuga
company.
The Nuga Vita LEDs.
Hey, I don't know about them. I haven't tried one yet.
Company men, sell them.
I can't even get the 250 mil samples of Rhizoblast to give out from. I can't get no LED.
We'll be revealing the LEDs on a future episode. Jerome just gave me the sourest look as he took a drink of that.
Hey, that drink, I keep putting a fucking lighter above it, thinking it's going to.
I thought that there was nothing that could. I thought there was nothing that could say it was too strong.
So, Larry, back to the original question: if you're able to cool both rooms, use the larger lights. The lower ceilings use something with a horizontal ballast, which is available, something like the Nanolux. Outside that, they have a 750 Gavita, which can hang lower, closer to your plants. But just that height of the ceiling is going to determine what light you use, not just a square foot, because you can't go put an 1150 Gavita that's going to hang down 2 feet already because of the ballast and where you're going to be. You need that light to be 3.5 feet off the top of your plants, and you're going to use your par meter to determine the sweet spot. But that's right within the sweet spot on the foot.
Well, with the Gavitas, one thing I completely forgot about, they do offer a completely different type of hood design for lower ceilings.
Widespread.
And it's, I think, what is it, 135 or 165
You're still here?
degree spread?
I forgot.
But it's not. It's completely different. It kind of reminds me of the original, the E Papillon style hoods back in the day.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? All this talking shit on E Papillon, then all of a sudden you guys got the same hood.
It's the widespread. It's a widespread hood for a commercial situation. It's going to give you more spread as opposed to that direct down focus. Most of those are going to be.
Hold on,
that can work good
Tyler
for the
Perry.
lower ceiling.
It works.
Miss Medea, Sure enough.
Motherfucking company.
I said,
there's some mustard and biscuits. You shouldn't have done that.
Devin's about to get
I'm in
mad.
a rare
Larry,
form.
what style of grow? On the ground with pots, or are you in trays? What do you do?
In 2-gallon pot.
2 gallon. I'm gonna send you some smart pots, okay? The patented fabric pot. You know what's good? The original fabric pot. Every other one's pretty much a knockoff. Smart pots. Keeping it real. Go to smartpots.com. They also have commercial pros available for all the big growers out there. I'm gonna send you some Turpinator as well. Help them make it AAA. Don't be slipping. Don't fall for the resin faker. It's now the Turpinator. Send you some of that out and some swag as well. Larry, hopefully we answered your question. Tell all the homies, the friends, the family. Heavy T hooks it up.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I smoke weed every day. Can you stop? This is not Power 106.
That's trap sound.
rude boy.
You can do that on the Hydro Chef show, man, but not on the Heavy Titty show. Hey, I think our guests are in town. We got our boy Phil The big boss man, director of sales in studio, coming in from Fantech. We're going to announce the details of our Fantech giveaway. Also, Fantech Shelby. Get your environmental questions ready and call in 562-653-0707. Stay tuned. We're coming back. This is Heavy T on WDFZradio.com.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah. Big split smoker, don't need no roller. So roll my doja, I can first show ya. Big stage older, Christmas cola. Sticky as the growers, we gon' teach more up. We gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, they cheer for us, cause we got more of what they want in store plus. If I can't fly, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you could say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it, all that ladies love it. It's so euphoric, they so blatantly adore. Bumping all the contests, we're cruising to the night. Like that cut from DJ Quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just find another split so I can hit it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hit it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high.
Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a birdie. Lungs turning black, smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twist to get it lifted while I'm shipping to the bitches. Got me feeling like the riches, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killer soul, smoking with a privilege. Take it high, then to get this so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shell. If your lungs are strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. That good wood burning like good wood should. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high.
Yeah. Naps, knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle hard. Team 80XN. Hey, what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front porch shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tough competitors, all bad. Test the team, homie, watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change, I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up, rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lock up. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long beach, riding to death, we straight smash. This is for my family, this is for the masses. This ADX anthem, in case anyone asks. I'm taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, I'm alive. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. Yeah, I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX teaming, going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, I'm alive. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping in the seat for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, puffing on the top. Teddy Brock chop, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, I'm alive. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the Vermi-Bat Guano Fertilizer and the Vermi-Blood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
Dilly Heavy Tea Grow Show. Dilly dee.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, Then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a Duff Man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707, for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Hey guys, it's Heavy Tea. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the Inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Yo, Kelly, pass me that blunt. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
DFCRadio.com.
What is? Welcome back. Heavy Tea's Grow Show right here on DFZRadio.com. The only show that hooks you up for calling in. 562-653-0707. Let's talk grow. Our guests, Fantech Shelby and Big Boss Man Phil, are in the house. And Phil's over there with the Tesla shirt on. No, Elon Musk shirt, smoking weed on Joe Rogan's show.
Yeah.
Over there, yeah.
Kind of had to do it.
Classic. One up Joe Rogan and dab.
I was gonna say I got a blunt.
You got a dab?
I got a blunt.
You got some of that butane too? While we get settled in, guys.
Trying to get me fired over here.
Shelby, I know you got a lot of grow experience, and Phil, you have a lot of knowledge, and I hope grow experience. These guys have been hanging out for a while. I want to get their call in, so let's go to at Chizzy, at Chew in the CPT. What's going on?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Chew, what up?
You know, another Wednesday, no dollars.
Say now.
We need to buy some more stuff.
Oh, man.
What's up?
Well, I had a question about drying and, I guess, curing. So it's a two-part question. But when we cut down, we're going to, I guess, need a whole garage this time. So I was wondering, what could I do to maintain the room at a proper temperature and humidity?
Well, you guys are the fan and the environmental guys. You want to throw something out there?
Shelby's the
you
grower.
can run a scrubber in your room, a carbon filter with a fan circulating all the room or all the air in the room, and then also a dehumidifier.
Yeah, basically, you don't want it too dry and you don't want it too wet. You want then steady and slow, right on the dry and the cure. We talked about this on Saturday as well, Jerome.
Yep.
And it's funny because these are common questions that listeners and growers run into. They get to the end, and you can mess it up at the end.
Easy.
You certainly can, where you have a bunch of that hay up in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Where it just smells horrible because you bagged it up wet or you didn't dry it properly.
The moldy turf.
So you want a nice rigid environment. It will probably include a dehumidifier like Shelby said, a scrubber to maintain your discretion, the smell, and to get particles out of the air. A good fan to run the proper scrubber.
Indeed.
Right? So you need to make sure that those are paired correctly. And then you keep the environment right about what you would normally growing. A 65 to 75 degree temperature and about 50% relative humidity. You don't want a bunch of oscillating fans that are just blowing them in the wind where they're pinned and they're waving in the wind. The wind will burn the plants or degrade the trichomes and bust it down if you have too much airflow across it. you are at the mercy of the macro environment around whatever structure you're in, though. So if it's a hot day, it's going to dry, or a hot week, it's going to dry quicker. If it's raining that week, it's going to dry slower. So there's no set point of saying it's going to take you 5 days, it's going to take you 7 days, it's going to take you 10 days. You need to be on point and checking it. And ideally, you want to have some type of controller or monitoring device that you can use. We were talking about the pulse monitoring device that we had on, which is excellent for the dry areas. But you put it in there, and how you know when it's dry, you go up to your plant, and it's not just the flower is dry. The flower is going to dry out much quicker because they're less dense than the fiber on the stalks, right? That's very dense, thick hemp fiber. It takes a long time to dissipate the water through it. So you go fill the flower, and the flower feels dry. Well, some people cut it down, trim it, put it in a bag, and guess what? Hey, right? Because the stalk is still wet, and that flower will wick out the water from the inner stalk. So easy layman way to do it is go to some of your thicker branches, some of your thicker stalks, when you think it's dry, and just go try to snap it. Someone dropped something.
Just like that.
If it snaps like a chopstick or a pencil,
when the cocktail kicks in,
it's dry. If it folds like a straw, it's still too wet. Okay? And then you got to think about what you're going to do at that point. If everything's snapping and you go into trim mode and you have a whole garage and it's just you and your homie and your homie's chick that are trying to trim it, you need to bend it up and put it in a smaller area rather than just leaving it hanging, because it's going to go past the point of too dry, where literally when it gets too dry, you go squeeze it and it like turns into powder. Right? You squeeze the nug, it's like, and it's gone. And then Jerome might be able to sell it for you. You hit him up.
Jerome, you trimming now?
Hey, if you could pay me
TFL,
enough,
trimmer for life.
Hey, $150 an hour, we're cool.
Oh my God, $120 a pound.
I was about to say about a pound for a
gangsters.
pound. I'll put another watch tattoo on you.
But Achu, I appreciate the call and the question, man, because it is one of those things that people will mess up. They'll get all the way to the end, and they're so excited, so anxious to get something in the bag that they don't realize that they're messing it up. So I appreciate your
It's
your
so
call and
funny
your question.
now that the cure has come back. Like they're used to cure. What do you mean when it's dry? It went in a bag and it was gone.
I thought you meant like the music group came
I don't
back.
see
like you just don't. You just.
man.
Devin doesn't see nothing wrong with selling a little wet weed.
You know what weight I get?
He doesn't see nothing wrong.
I got double the profit.
All right, thanks, Achu. We're sending you out a swag pack courtesy of our sponsors.
Why does music have to be licensed? This fucked up.
562-653-0707. Let's bring it around. Oh, thank you so much, Shelby. Very nice of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering out of the left corner, standing 5 foot tall, weighing less than 120 pounds.
We got Cheeto Gringo in the house.
Hey, Duff. Get
He's
primed.
left-handed but right-eyed.
Duff, man, drink a couple beers. We're going to get you on in just a second, okay?
No, you come over here in the meantime. We share this motherfucker.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to ask there? All right, guys, I got to bring the show around. There are listeners still. You know, all 5 of them are waiting to hear from Shelby and Phil.
He's got ADD. Take his spill.
How many? God.
How many joints are in circulation right now?
Hey, I'm the host. I'm the hostess with the mostest joints in my hand. Here, hit this blunt up. That's all you.
I like joints.
Let's talk about Fantech, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, chitlins of all ages. Shelby's here. Fantech Shelby.
What up?
Doing your thing. You got to talk directly into the mic, just like you heard on your wedding night.
I never been married.
Just directly in. Well, whatever. Your prom night.
Never went to prom.
Okay, I don't know.
She's a good girl.
Well, what's going on with Fantech? What are you guys up in here? You have your new Aeolus controller. You have a couple fans. We have a giveaway to talk about. What's going down?
Fantech's got some pretty cool fans out there. We've got some new Revolution fans. Our EC technology is stellar across the board.
What does that mean, the EC technology?
Electronically commutated.
So what does that mean, electronically commutated?
That's what I brought the brains
fucking
for.
made-up word.
That's totally.
Jerome, are you just dropping shit in the green room again?
That's like equivalate or whatever the fuck I said. He
I was-
equivalent just now.
I was, you know what? I was going to drop equivalate later in this explanation. So that's fine.
Jerome, that's actually a real word, but they don't teach it at public school. So you and I never learned
at the
we never
extension
learned
school.
Me
it.
neither.
Dude, I took an ebonics class like 10 years ago.
EC, electronic what?
Okay, so electronically commutated. You guys have heard of DC brushless motors, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so they're highly efficient. And if you want to speed control a DC brushless, you put a chip on it and electronically commutate it or speed control it.
Okay.
So when you speed control that EC motor, you get versatility and power unprecedented in the AC world. So AC fans are kind of like incandescent light bulbs. EC fans are LED.
I got you.
Kind of a quick way. So when you hear like Dyson talk about their digital brushless or digital DC motors in their vacuums, they're using basically an EC motor, just a high pressure one.
So if you're listening to AM radio, it doesn't go staticky with those fans on.
Well, and what
Pretty
it
much,
does
yeah.
is the brushed motors, as I understand it, just from building RC cars and stuff, they wear quickly.
Heat builds up.
They diminish almost in output almost immediately with use.
Yep.
The DC motors, the brushless, don't.
Yep. They do not. So, and you can speed control them. So we're using a 0 to 10 volt signal out of our Aeolus to drive the speed control of these motors. So what we do is demand control ventilation, right? So if you're in a grow, you're hardly ever using the full output that fan needs, right? You want to speed control from either bringing in fresh air during the nighttime grow when your lights are fully on. You're bringing in that outside cool air.
But before you go further, Phil.
Yep.
So most people will buy a fan, come to the hydro shop, order online, whatever it is, buy a fan, plug it in without a speed controller.
Right.
And they're getting, I would think, the full output of it. But what you're saying is that's unnecessary. And what you want to do is have a more control over it.
Well, even if you speed control, so you buy the little speed control that your
little
fan plugs
chingadera.
into, and it's like a wattage clipper basically. You're just tricking the fan into running slower. You're actually slowing it down, and you notice like a lot of the other guys will have like a switch on their fan. You can't run it below 30%. Because if you run it below 30%, the actual air flowing over it won't cool the motor down because you're heating up the windings, and
Never cross the streams, bro.
Exactly. So it actually hurts the fan when you're running it that slow. An EC motor doesn't care if it's running at 10% or 100%. But the cool part is when you do slow it down, you do speed control it. So at 50% fan speed, you're using approximately 12% of peak energy. So if that fan uses 100 watts on full blast, it's only using 12 watts on 50%
and
speed.
And what that translates for the listeners and the growers out there is more control.
Right.
More control, as Jerome knows, working large. More control is it puts more responsibility in the grower's hands, but that's what I want. I don't want to be at the whim of some equipment that I can't have full control of and hope that its specs are within the range of what I want. I want it to work at what I need it to work at.
I mean, this is a real nerded out question, I'm thinking, but can you dial down the CFM on the controller by I want 982 CFM? No, 985. Or go down to 147.5.
You could do any of that if you had a way to actually verify your airflow. So if you had an anemometer, say from our labs, or actually anemometer, it's how you measure the actual airflow coming out of the fan.
Say it 3 times fast.
Well, since I just passed those joints through, I could probably do that. So. Yeah, if you had one on and it was actually outputting a 0 to 10 volt signal verifying what you wanted to put, so you would put your set point at 142.5 CFM and it would actually stay there. So what we do in the commercial world, so we sell these fans with mechanical engineers who are designing an entire building information modeling system to where they can predict the energy output of the HVAC system, right? So they're running these fans to control server rooms, to control conference rooms. So picture a server room where you've got all these computers putting off all this heat, right? You've got a fan wall that's also got filters because you got to filter that air coming in, right? So across that, we put a differential pressure sensor. So as those filters load, the fan has to speed up to offset the airflow that it's not getting through the filter anymore. So then as that fan loads up, so say it gets to 60%, the building management guy is going, I want to know at 60% my filters are loaded. I need a notification. So the controller sends them out a notification at 60%. Okay, I probably need to change the filter soon. So as that fan speeds up. So you can do that off of either pressure, off of flow, off of temperature like the Aeolus does. We can open up relays to open up dampers based on a set point. Out of that controller, you can run 2 different legs, daisy chain the EC fans together because it's just a low voltage signal going between them. So it's like this mic cord. You can hook as many as you want.
Well, I see
together.
it goes in percentage. You say it goes by temperature as well.
You wanna see
So
it?
if you have the big picture back here shows a temperature and fan speed percentage. So if you had 1,000 CFM fan, dialing it back 10% would be ideally 900 CFM. If you dial it back 40%, we're at 600 CFM. So that's all according to the total CFM output.
And then what the controller will tell you, actually, Brandon is listening right now. So he's our engineer that was the
Shout
the
out
father.
to Brandon.
Shout out
Hi,
to Brandon. He actually did it to where we said, look, we want to know what the actual percentage output of the fan is right now, and then the percentage of power consumption you're doing too of the top speed of the fan.
So with the Aeolus, it's
Man, I
able
would've
to
smoked that, Devin.
it's able to have the set points at CFM at output and temperature, or is it just temperature?
So temperature is where you're going to key it off of mostly because
Because the environment's number one factor. We talk about it on as for a grower. I want to keep it at a certain temperature.
But you can verify the flow and verify everything with that. Okay, so the thing about our fans is when the little badges you put up on the Instagram feed there. So we're AMCA approved and we have an AMCA approved test lab. So almost nobody else can say that.
Nobody else knows what that means. What does
So
that mean?
so the Air Movement and Control Association of America is basically the Bible or the industry Bible of who verifies your fans. So
it's almost like an ANSI rating for bulbs?
It's an ANSI rating, yep. It's basically that. So we have to say we're testing to an AMCA standard. So when we say 1,200 CFM, it's got to be 1,200 CFM. So at any given time, they'll just drop in and go random pick out of our catalog, give me these 4 fans. We're going to take them back to our lab and test them. If we're not within like 3% of what we say, they'll pull all of our ratings.
Yeah.
We can't screw around. Can I curse on this?
No, fuck yeah.
We can't fuck around.
Yeah, I mean,
we can't fuck around with that.
Watch
So
your filthy mouth.
I'm going to put it out there, but, I don't see any fans on the market. I'm going to give you an idea right now and run with it. But a big problem with a lot of different facilities that are using a lot of air exchange, for instance, like greenhouse environments that are in desert areas, it would be great to see some type of a steam injection or some type of a way to add humidity to the air you're exchanging.
People
as well.
use wet walls and misters. How about insulating the fans against moisture? Because there is added moisture in grow rooms, especially greenhouse applications.
So I just heard 2 questions. So insulating the fans against moisture, our fans are good with moisture and humidity. We use the same motors in radon applications, so where you're pulling air out of dirt all day long. We moisture protect those a little bit more, but you're fine for most applications.
If I'm using well water in my wet wall, it's not going to rust everything out like it will my supplemental lighting
we're
hoods
good.
or anything.
We're good. They use these on coastal applications wherever. So for your thing is introducing humidity in?
Well, even on smaller greenhouse scale environments, or even people that are having humidity issues in their veg rooms or even in flower rooms, sometimes they're exchanging airs. One thing I was always thinking is people have carbon filters already scrubbing rooms, but if you had that scrubbing rooms but also adding humidity out the end of it versus having a humidifier already with a fan blowing out humidity.
Another
one. There we go.
Equivalent humidity. I'm learning words.
But the thing is you're kind of creating a scrubber and humidifier all in one, and it's able to read the humidity and temperature ranges that pass through it.
We have something like that with our air exchangers for the commercial range.
This is a good idea. I'm just telling you, run with it.
Don't do it. He's going to ask a finder's fee.
Yeah, we don't do that. But yeah, so in the commercial world, they actually have in really dry climates, they'll have inline humidifiers that people make. They'll actually introduce humidity, they hook them up to the water supply, and they have inline dehumidifiers for areas like Florida where you want to dehumidify the air before it comes in. So it's just a matter of where you're at really and what kind of the outside conditions are. So we do that with our
space saver
exchange.
for grow rooms.
Yeah.
Just that attachment on the end of the scrubber takes away us having all these different humidifiers hung throughout the garden.
Hey, idea, man. We'll talk about it at the break, or maybe after we talk about
engineering. Are you listening
So
right
I was just
now?
telling you, I finder's fee.
Paul and Brandon. Paging Paul and Brandon.
I want to talk a little bit about the history of Fantech because this is very important to give the legacy, the continuity of what you guys have been doing. You are the company that invented the inline fan.
Yes, sir.
and basically give us the background. When did all this start, the need for it, and then how you came to be part of the grow industry? Because was the need primarily for agriculture, horticulture, or was it for fart fans in the bathroom?
No, they started with hot air balloons.
All right, calm down.
I'm not even sure.
Hey, you're the blue dream of the show.
Just out of nowhere, out of left field, out of left field. There. Okay, so 1974, the chairman of our board, Gerald Engstrom, he's in Sweden, and he forms a company with two buddies, and they come up with a way to do this inline fan. They three-part ways, and Gerald goes on to form Systemair. Fantech. So there's another company out there called Ostberg. They sell at grow shows. They say they invented the inline fan too. Well, he was one of the three partners as well with Gerald. So fast forward now, we're a company that's about 850 million euro. We've got 22 factories in 19 countries around the world. We do more than just inline fans, but that inline fan, we've parlayed it into radon applications, fart fans as well. We make roof fans, and here's the one of the cool things is that our actual North American headquarters is in Kansas City. So that's where we make all these fans. So if anybody's listening, they're in Kansas City. You guys want to drop
you
by?
Said fart fans in Kansas City.
That's right.
I'm trying to relate the two.
Yeah.
Bluegrass fart fan state.
So what the mantra has been all throughout is not only making the fans that do what the application needs, is also making efficient fans. So we're leading the way on EC fans, and that's where this kind of globally we're the leader in inline fans for EC. Period. And we do it in actually we actually have a purpose-built cannabis fan coil that we've just built for a customer that uses an EC fan at the heart of it. So hot water, chilled water coil, and EC fan, UV light. It's kind of
that's the ultimate fart fan. Right?
It is the ultimate fart fan. Yes.
It sterilizes the air as it goes through.
Sterilizes
either
the
cools
air
or
and
heats
filters.
it.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. Dehumidifies. It's kind of like a.
And then recirculates it back under your canopy.
I might need a few of those fans.
I got you.
We'll see what's up. Hey, we got a caller here. It's a friend of Shelby's. He's calling in straight from the P&W. Is James. What up, James?
What up, James?
What up, James?
What's going on, guys? How you doing, Phil, Shelby, Tyler?
Good. You know, man.
There.
Just getting fatter and drinking more on Wednesdays, just like we always do. We're here with Phil and Shelby. You know what's up, James. James has been a consultant, staple in the industry up in Oregon for a long time. He's been on the show several times, and you too. You're out there, large projects, hemp, THC, cannabis, whatever it is, all regulated and of course legal up in the P&W. But what does it mean to be a partner for you with a company like Fantech?
I've been able to leverage the partnership in a multitude of positive ways. One, being able to help out an American company that has such a spread across the globe, and knowing that the gear is quality. The beauty about all the ratings made it very easy for me to move the material or the equipment into all the regulated grows and all the OLCC licensed grows because they were compliant.
Well, we'll just rewind a little bit to the ratings. And with the compliant, absolutely. You have to put things in there that aren't going to burn down the facility. But the ratings, you've been in the industry long enough to know certain fan companies, they'll post a rating that's not even close to what their fans putting out. And expand on that a little bit.
It's I wouldn't call it propaganda, but it's a reading at the face of the fan when it's plugged in, and it's not underneath any static pressure, right? So for us guys like up here where we have cooler climates, unlike Cali, where some of us can get away with actually just recycling the air through our grow rooms and even exchanging air in the warehouses, is we need to be able to move a lot of air, like a shitload of air, and we need those values to be true. So as soon as you put ducting on it, or any kind of restriction, or you put it on a scrub fan, you lose all the efficiency or oomph behind all the other traditional manufacturers of fans. The Fantech equipment is true to print, like Phil was talking about. The AMCA rating kind of is really the key and the clutch moment for me when it's like when we're talking to any of the facilities, any buildings that we put fans into where shit's got to be code legal and they want to see a high-quality product to make it an easy layup. And they really are true to performance and true to print.
Well, when you're doing a Performa or a CAD design and you're putting different things in and you expect a certain cubic foot per minute movement, And I want to ask you about that, Phil, that rating of CFM. But when you're expecting something on your spec sheet and it doesn't start adding up when you put it together, I mean, even in a medium-sized facility like a 20,000 square foot, which is most of the facilities here in Southern California, without multiple licenses on top of each other, but it can throw everything out of whack where you got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. You need gear that will perform and perform for long periods of time without any issue, because we all know, like, when you're setting up any gear, it doesn't matter if it's a $40 fan or a $4,000 fan. What does suck is when you got to take the goddamn thing down and warranty it and fuck around with it and deal with it. It's nice to put something up in the air and leave it there. And I mean, I've got FKDs from back in the day that have a different color chassis. They're still turning and burning.
Bro, you just call Joe Can. He'll get on that ladder and take it down.
That's awesome.
Hey, Joe can, but Tyler did. All right.
You know, the Aeolus controller's been a hitter for us. I got to say, like, that's been one of my favorite offerings from Fantech, and something that we've deployed in now hemp drying too. But the grow room controllability with the efficiency. I mean, the Aeolus controller and the EC fans pretty much parlay up the grower getting, his money back on the equipment just based on electricity savings.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's been pretty epic for us. And controlling the drying rooms has been a very desirable tool to use, because it basically ranges between, like, a 1% set point. That's pretty on point.
Well, and the distribution of air around the grow room, I believe that you could probably use less air conditioning, especially in controlled environment agriculture, if you're properly flowing the air around, Phil.
True. You can if you ventilate right, you can cut down on the heating and AC load, really. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and then
all around. But people tend to do ventilation last. It's like we like to say HVAC, but it's really HACR ... V if they get around to it. So that's really in standard buildings. They kind of do that last, and if they thought about it first, you could actually lighten up the load on the heating and the AC.
And I believe wholeheartedly. Now, talking about the cubic foot per minute, most of the fans are rated in this.
Yep.
Is that an accurate rating for growers? Do you like to use that rating, or is it RPM? Is it
cubic feet per minute is the way to go. So a cubic foot is one milk crate. You can picture it in your mind. So that's one milk crate. So however many of those they list, that's that many moving out per minute. That's how much that fan will rate or move. The amount of pressure, so you got to look at working point too. So whatever, like James was saying, whatever duct or whatever dampers, filters, whatever you're going to put on the fan is going to affect its working point. And the better the fan is, the better it's going to do against pressure. But it's all fan design too. So like if you see the big wall propeller fans that we call those axial fans, they're hardly ever ducted, right? So in the movies when they show that thing and it's in the middle of a duct, not really. You're going to have a centrifugal fan, which actually looks more like the inside of our fans.
Yeah.
Centrifugal fans do better against pressure. Axial fans do better higher flow, no pressure. But then you have mixed flow kind of in between. Our FKD is a mixed flow. So it's got the properties of an axial, but the high pressure capabilities of a centrifugal. So it's kind of in between.
I got it.
Right? So
Nice.
It just depends on what the physical shape of the blade is what you want to use. It's kind of like saying, if I need a framing hammer, I'm not going to use a finish hammer. It's just different tools for the job. We have everything across the gamut in AC plus EC, so it's kind of nice for us. So we don't have to make you choose. Like, look, how do you want to move the air? We can help you move it.
Being such a large company with so much success across different industries, and listen, my first fans were Fantech fans, right? I went down over at A Plus Hydro when they had one Fantech, one like 2.5 kg of carbo load, and a bunch of GH.
I can't tell you how many FKDs I wired up working in the early 2000s.
Nice,
but being
were they blue? They used to be blue back in the day.
Yeah, they were blue.
I still have
I used
one
to
in my
call it
garage.
gunmetal gray.
It's not being used
okay,
allegedly.
Yeah.
Let me ask you though, dealing with the grow industry,
Mm-hmm.
being such a large company, and a little candor, please. How
Sure.
frustrating is it for your engineers and your sales team to be like, hey man, what's going on? Do you just refer everything to James and he has to deal with it and threaten their lives?
That's kind of that's Shelby and James's role. Yes, they translate for us. We actually have done shows where it's funny because especially the shows where they do giveaways. They have everything's like it's not bolted down; it's giveaway.
Yeah.
We had an FKD 20. It's a 6300 CFM fan, 3-phase commercial. It's massive, sitting in the corner of our booth just for wow factor, kind of stopping people. One guy actually walked by and said, "Is that a giveaway? Can I take that with me?" I'm like, "If you can," we were joking. If you can carry it, he was serious, going to try to grab it.
He
and
went and
hoist
got
it
his
up.
boys.
It's a 280-pound fan. We're like, maybe not.
He handed his wife the 2-year-old out of the stroller and be like, "Watch this." Boom.
Hold my beer.
We all know which fucking guy that is. That's a real guy.
It's the same family.
Same family for fucking years.
Bald head from Oakland.
Yeah, there's no hyperbole in that at all.
Bald head about this tall. Yep. I know exactly who it is. Let's talk to Rock in North Long Beach. I like how you spelled North, N-O-R-F. Rock, what's going on tonight? Rock,
are you from the north? Where you at?
he's not there.
Come on, Rock.
Try to get him back.
Can you smell what the north is cooking?
Let's go into George in Orange County. He's got a question about the fans. James, you still with us, right?
I am.
All right, we'll stay in there, bro.
I'll take another dab and stick around. You kick me to the curb when y'all are ready.
All right.
What a
He's
good
got his
sport.
nunchucks out.
I never kicked James.
Oh, he's got a nunchuck dabber. You got a samurai, dude.
All right, let's simmer down. We now have George on the line from OC. What's going on, George?
Yeah, dude. I'm hearing you guys talk about all this fans and all that. Like, how much does this stuff actually run? Like, what's the dollar amount on this stuff?
Oh, brass tacks here, Shelby. Get down with it. Well, anything that's worth it isn't cheap.
True.
Okay.
It depends. Are we
You
talking
can check
about
it
the
out.
big dog fans? Or are we talking about the smaller fans?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know,
what is
it's
your
like-
what is your application?
Vague question, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Okay,
Open-ended.
check
You've
it
got
out.
every aspect of fan.
My
you
buddy
want.
showed me how to use 150-watt lamps with no AC and just putting a wind turbine on the roof. Okay, so like I got some good stuff going on right here. So that's what I'm asking: is it really necessary to have all these like expensive fans? It seems like overkill.
Hey, if you got a couple 150 watts, you do not need to go invest in a large fan.
You don't need
but if
this.
you want to step your game up, yeah, you want to pressurize it.
Is that the computer guy?
Is this JB again?
No, it's George player.
May I
No,
interject
well, my
really quick
buddy
and
showed
get...
me how. My
Go ahead.
buddy showed me how to grow the bomb sesamilia, with just like what I'm showing here. I mean, my question is like, we did this like 15 years ago. I mean, is it necessary?
I think he wants to jump in here.
Well, go ahead, James.
Well, so I just want to give you an example of like an application where it made sense for me to replace my gear. Okay, so we got this 12 lighter. It's an R&D room. We do most of our genetic testing there. Blah blah blah. And any really good grower, no matter what scale, knows the two most important things to really smash the game is you need good lighting and you need really good environment. And you can have a shitty building, you can have shitty water, you can have even shitty nutrients, and you'll still probably crush. So we wanted to make this space really nice, but we already had all our gear. Why did it make sense to swap it out? One, it was EC technology, which means in the wintertime, that fan, even though it's a 16-inch FKD fan, and it's one of the big dogs, it'll run at 100% for only 2 months out of the year during the summer when it's hot as fuck out. The rest of the time of the year, especially in the winter months, it runs somewhere between 10 and 20% all the time to keep the set point and the environment perfect, whether it's lights on or lights off. That thing's already paid for itself because of how much money I've saved because of the electricity savings. And I get the added benefit of a super easy controller to use, and I know it's going to fucking smash all the time and last me for forever. Like, it's a done deal.
And there are fans from Fantech that are applicable to your situation. If you want discretion for odor, they'll pressurize a carbon filter. The things that Phil and Shelby are talking about, these are larger scale applications. For your garage that has a couple, 300 watts, whatever it is, you're not going to go buy Revolution EZ fan. It's not going to be applicable.
I grew in Oregon.
Well, that's awesome.
But what I would say is an FG fan would be just fine, and we make those, or Fantech makes those in EC, and an FG fan is right up your alley because that's the entry level fan. But the irony is that the entry level fan at Fantech is like the competitor's best effort. It still is substandard.
Well, how much are packs now? Like $50?
How much are Hey, that guy Schnarf is $50.
You're part of the problem at that price.
Oh shit!
I sold my trim for more than that. Allegedly, back in the day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, maybe not in Oregon, man. It's rough out here. I mean, I sympathize, player. I mean, if you're in Oregon, so am I. I know. Like,
there's not enough people to smoke all
they
the
need
weed
to open up those borders so you
produced.
can start shipping the shit legally.
I mean, I hope that the rec market does that, but whatever. I mean, I'm big hemping now. I kind of had to take a back seat to cannabis and wave my white flag, not my I give up. Just I'm done here. I'm gonna take my ball and go somewhere else. We're cool.
All right, player. Well, James, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you being part of the DFZ family here. You always have a spot on my show. You come down in the studio or you call in anytime you like, dude.
Hey, thank you very much, and just a big shout out to all the family that's in California. From the 707 all the way down to Long Beach. I appreciate everybody, and I miss you guys, and I hope to see you soon. And Phil, I'd love to see you and your old man soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, appreciate you, James.
See ya.
Phil and Shelby, we got to pay some of these bills, make sure that we keep the other sponsors happy.
There we go.
We're also going to talk about a giveaway that we have coming up, a contest, which we got to iron out the details. You and I are the worst.
Told me.
I'm trying to tell you right now.
If you could carry it, you win it, right?
Hey, it's Heavy T's Grow Show on DFZ Radio. The redemption of Duff is coming up next, along with more Phil, Shelby, Fantech, and your grow questions. It's Heavy T on DFZRadio.com. You dig?
She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga, you thirsty. Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm easy, but I grew up on the west. They hear me loud and clear, that's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throw back. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck. You can hold that. Beasy, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh
She
yeah.
got no patience. I don't really like waiting. Nah, kinda wanna taste it. Oh girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So girl, I ain't waiting at all. Make sure you take it. Make sure you take it. Oh, I work, I lay that pipe, you gon' get it. Bosco, 100 strokes to the bitches. I ain't with the bullshit, bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it.
She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, what she wants don't require a question. What she needs is some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, cause I'm a real one. She said to me, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. The same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other.
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
Hey, man, you started early, huh?
Hey, I'm in the zone.
You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFCRadio.com.
Measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the Inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Go on down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right, see? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%, so make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop, see? That's right, go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root. That's right, that's right. Yeah. Meow. Meow.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Don't you put that evil on me!
Heavy T.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Terpinator.
Did you say Terpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Terpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Terpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Terpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Terpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Terpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocotech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocotech Premium Nutrients with Cocotech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
Heavy Tea Grow Show. Dilly.
Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm dead. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm dead. I be riding through my city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city.
It's BZ. Look, hop into that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. I'm all about my change, even though I'm paid, I never change. I diddy bob on a bad bitch, beast in it, I go sad bitch. Haters stay on that mad shit, cause ain't there bitch in here average. Riding out on that boulevard, turn your neck and I'll pull your broad. Act tough and I'll pull your card, and that's just how the game go. Ain't got no time for no lame hoes and no silly niggas. Hub City nigga, and I'm riding around with these bad hoes, and I'm starting to feel like Diddy nigga. Stunning shades on, I'm in my zone, my bitch is Diddy nigga. More hoes on my phone, hoes in my home, that's on my city nigga.
Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm dead. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm dead. I be riding through my city, riding through the 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 city.
Hey, hopping at that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. So get up out our way, this 100 entertainment. Dollars over everything, blow cash. Crew coming through, you got no cash. Looking like them niggas that I see before. Low cash. Whoa,
Low cash. No cash. Duffman's here. He's low class.
What?
Huh?
Some bullshit.
Man, hey, try that cocktail
this?
right there. Try that cocktail.
I
This is
don't
what
try
happens.
Tails. I
Man,
say no.
We've missed you.
I say no to cocktail.
And you were out for how long? Like 2 months growing that hell.
You fucking kicked me out. You told me there's no money. Don't even bother coming in. There's no money.
Growing that hell of a beard.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, I can't afford razors anymore because you kicked me out again.
I had assigned big talent in the form of Jerome.
Yeah, big talent. And then Horty's gone, so there's definitely like a shit
Close
ton
the
of money
door,
around.
buddy.
There's got to be a lot of money around. Horty's gone.
Yeah, the Casals are
See,
gone.
I mean, that's what happened. And then everybody's like, what happened, bro? What happened? I'm like, I don't know.
People at our event were like, what's up with Duffman?
They said the budget, due to budget constraints.
And we're like, well, Duffman is working as a lunch lady.
Well, to get a job.
Non-gender specific job.
I got a job they don't even pay me. They said it's for the past lives you've had, the shit you've done.
Let's go back a little bit, Dr. Duff, and give the people something to remember with some Duff products.
Duff products, yeah.
You got a new fan, Duff?
Yeah, I got a new fan. It's called the Dr. Duff Fart Fan. That's right. If you want to exhale and inhale the finest air, make sure you get Dr. Duff's Fart Fan. Takes the bad air out, brings in the good air.
What about the other people that
The
claim they
Mendo
invented
air. I got Mendo air in my fans, guys. Can you believe this shit? It blows fucking Mendo air into your garden and makes it the best garden around.
Does it
because
smell like patchouli?
Yeah, it's got a little patchouli in there. That's the bug killer shit that I learned from Horty. He said, put a little patchouli on it. And I was like, you're right. So we patchoulied it out. Not only is it an odor killer with that patchouli, there'll be hippies
It's
around
a game
your house.
killer, too.
There's hippies coming around your house. You won't even know why. They're just like hanging out outside. There's gonna probably be a street market going outside. A farmer's
circle?
market, pressed juices, all kinds of cool shit.
Drum circle?
CBDs with drum circles, like trance stuff going on. People are gonna be healing everything. There'll be crystals for sale too.
And people claim that they invented the fart fan, but you really did, right?
Yeah, of course, dude. I work with the fartiest dude around.
Was it because of your wife's addiction to beans?
Yeah, it was, actually. I told you I worked with the fartiest person around, didn't I?
Tutor in the cooter.
I actually sleep there too, but whatever. It stinks.
Farts out both ends.
Yeah, it comes out both ends. You know what? If you hold your farts in, this is news for you guys. A little tidbit news.
How much CO2 is in the farts?
If you hold your fucking farts in, guys, what do you think happens? It has to be released some way. Which way do you think it goes?
Manifests into depression.
No, the gases actually go through your gut and up into your esophagus, out your freaking mouth.
I think that my esophagus has a one-way valve.
And that's why you have shat breath, is because you held your fucking farts in all goddamn day trying to hook up with that chick.
Has
with
nothing to do with the fact that Jerome ate butthole.
And she probably farting all kinds of shit in front of you with her flabby ass titties.
When he has nothing, he just goes hard on the cursing. Sorry, guys.
No, not even.
Welcome back, Duff.
You just threw my thing off, dude. I was
go
on
ahead.
there about
He was
it.
on a roll.
I was telling you about it, and then you've been holding farts in because you're trying to hook up with this chick that never wants your dick because you're not farting in front of her. Anyways.
But if you got 150 watts.
If you have 150 watts, you do 10 of those bad boys.
Doesn't matter how bad your breath is.
Yeah. Doesn't even matter. 10 150 watt lights, guys. Make sure you do it in your grow. You'll have the larfiest stuff around. It'll be so good. The quality will be so good. And the larfiness, it's not about like denseness, it's larfness.
And if you only have one light,
and
it goes to 1150, absolutely turn it down to 660.
660. There's even a lower one, 600. Might as well just go all the way to the bottom with that one.
I agree.
Because who needs that extra power?
I miss you.
I don't need it.
I love that my best friend since kindergarten I got to pay to
I
hang
need to
out with.
Save money.
This is worth it.
Yeah, it is.
All right, and now it's time for the
I never got paid, though. That's what's the funny part.
You got so much paid.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. He still owes me money.
Your wife doesn't bother you anymore, right? I sent over Jerome to take care of that.
You sent Jerome over to be my bitch?
Not Jerome.
Thanks. I can't believe it.
Take it easy,
Well, you said you sent him over.
Listen, your wife doesn't listen to the show. She hates me.
Yes, she does. She does hate you. For, I don't know, no good reason, right?
No, I'm beautiful and she's not.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
My hair's thicker.
Right. Damn, it probably is.
My titties are bigger.
Yeah, well.
Hey, listen here. It's time for the news. It's time for the news.
Is it time for the news or is it time to snooze?
This is the world according to Duff, brought to you by Nanolux.
Yeah, all right, guys. Public service announcement out there for all you babysitters. Don't be black. Don't be black. Because a Georgia white woman just called the cops on a black dude babysitting some white children. And she feared for their lives.
I don't know. He's pushing him on a swing, officer.
Oh, my God. He's in the park with him. He is a black guy with white children. That doesn't mix, does it? That's scary, isn't it? Yeah, I guess that's scary for some people. I don't know, man. This is crazy.
It is Georgia.
Yeah, I guess it's Georgia, but, watch out.
All of our listeners in Georgia,
Look
all
out.
2 of them, shout out to you. But you know that shit's backwards.
Yeah, that's true, man. But I can't believe they're calling the cops on that. I can't believe the cops even let's investigate that shit.
They probably planted some weed on them.
They're like, oh, my God. Yeah, they probably sprinkled some crack on them. They probably killed them. Sprinkle some crack on them. Sprinkle the crack on them. It's all good. They're going to jail. Yeah, they had crack.
Child endangerment.
They had crack, child endangerment. And you guys remember a little fucking mini-me, little dude, little Vernon?
Vern Trevor?
Yeah. You just guys hear about how he died?
No way.
Yeah, dude. The autopsy just came out today. He drank his little ass to death. So he had a martini and died.
Hit that up. See what it tastes like.
I'm not going to hit that martini. I don't know what's in there. And then on this show, there's probably some some of the RSO stuff.
We put some niacin in there. Open up your capillaries.
Yeah, the niacin. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I'm smarter than that now.
So he died of drinking?
He drank himself to death, man. He just he had depression, I guess, and then just turned to the booze because they're everybody's best friend.
All right.
I love the booze too, Vernon. God bless. Let's pour some out for Vernon right now on the carpet.
No. Oh, you're not gonna do it. Don't do it.
Let's do it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, don't.
That's for all the dead homies.
You wonder where your money goes. It goes in the motherfucking carpet.
What? Dude, I threw up right there.
For the record, Jerome just trashed the bathroom, too.
Oh.
I just poured out some for the Vernon, dude. That's respect.
Thumbs up, verification.
He did. It stinks. He just blew out the bathroom.
There is a private bathroom across the hall
There's
for you.
a Jerome bathroom.
Look at Mark's mad because he has to smell it right now.
Shut up.
We need to get you guys a Fantech fart fan.
No, he's the Duffman fart fan.
Sorry, the Duff fart fan.
The Duffman fart fan.
Hey, look at Jerome trying to get up on your.
He's on my grill.
He's trying to get
be right here.
Can he have his 15 minutes? He hasn't been here all
I
day.
haven't been here for months because I got semi-fired. Now I'm back.
You quit. You said I need a roof at $13 an hour. And I need to get a Conor McGregor haircut.
I told you 13. I get 9. $9. Hey, Ted Nugent, guys. Hey, some other news. Ted Nugent says everybody's fooled. You're idiots if you think marijuana's safe. Do you know how many dead bodies he's had to walk over because of marijuana?
No,
deaths?
How many?
A lot. Jimi Hendrix offered him weed. You know what he said? No. Another dude offered him weed and whiskey. You know what he said to that dude? His name was Cool or something like that? He said, no.
He said, no.
And then you know how many lives and talents he's seen go down the drain because they got high?
Lot.
A ton. Nice. Even though Jimi Hendrix was like barbiturates and there are some other pill problems over in
heroin
there. Other problems. Not the marijuana, but hey, Ted Nugent, that's right. It's dangerous. He doesn't want legalization in his state. I don't even know what state he lives in, but he says...
Confusion.
Is it confusion?
He lives in America.
America. He lives in America, so he doesn't want it. But he agrees with medical marijuana, but not the marijuana that kills people. That he has to walk over all his dead body friends that are dead because of the marijuana.
He needs to stop scissoring with Jeff Sessions.
He's full of shit.
I don't think he's full of shit, man. I think he's stepped over dead bodies and people getting high.
If he was full of shit, then why is he rich?
Yeah, why is he Ted Nugent?
Yeah.
Bro, he hit
yeah, bro.
Elon
Dude, he's
Musk
rich. Are you
once
rich?
too hard,
Yeah, bro.
Are you famous?
Yeah, bro.
You obviously don't have anything to say.
Look, I'm not.
Because you're not rich and famous. I don't even want to listen.
And
You're not rich and famous.
Because then people break into our house.
Oh my God! There's some noise
Welcome
going
to
on
the Heavy
behind
Tea
me.
Grow
You on the
Show.
debate team?
What kind of noise is going on behind me? I don't know, guys.
No.
Whoa, static.
I
hear.
dig my heels in, and this is where I stand.
Well, anyways, there it is. I got the Duff according to Duff.
Yeah.
That was good. Ted Nugent, that other chick.
I got the Duff according
and
to Nugent.
the other thing.
And I know you have some questions about Fantech, as does Rock.
Yeah, it does.
Rock is back. You have a question for Phil and Shelby. What's going on, Rock?
Yo, what's up, man?
You know, just listen to this fool.
It's about the fans, but I know that Jerome, he hits like 3 per, so I'm wondering, does he use these fans too? Or
please don't boo.
Is that wet weight?
Any harder?
Is that
please
free?
don't do it.
Is that
He can't even fit his head in the door.
That's not even dry weight. That's not even dry weed.
Look at him. This question's
I know
for
this
me.
is Horty's seat over there, but we continue to put people that don't grow. So what was the question?
You're a water.
Hey, get him.
It's all good.
Hey, at least someone here grows their own plants,
Come
not
on,
just
Bobby
waters their
Boucher.
own.
Anytime you want to talk about grow knowledge, I'm ready to go, Bobby Boucher.
This is a
water boy.
There's a reason why we both do what we do for a living, bro.
Listen,
That's right.
Listen, Blue Dream. Can you answer Rock's question?
I didn't hear it. They just started talking shit. I didn't have headphones
Can you change
on.
his moniker to Blue Dream on the videos, please?
Rock would like to renew his grow subscription fee. Press 1 to answer his question. Press 2 to fuck off.
Using the proper ventilation, the fans that you use or recommend. He has a question for you.
What was the question?
I just told you.
Answer that was a very short question.
How do you get 40 pounds of wet weight?
Which fans do you use? I mean, personally, I don't use any type of fans in my room except for at night. Sometimes I'll exhaust some of the excess CO2 out of the room.
Like an air dump?
Yeah, just throughout the nighttime cycle, it helps keep the environment stable without having to use the air conditioning and dehumidification as often. So, when you're trying to drive down the overall costs, you have to look at every little aspect. At the nighttime, you don't have heat levels that you're going to have to compete with the air conditioner, but you will have excess humidity during the nighttime cycle because it's not being dissipated by the radiant heat of the lights. So you will have to have either proper dehumidification or a way to exchange the air and replace it with air that obviously has less humidity in it than the room that you're exchanging.
Damn, did he just blow your mind?
A little bit.
Hope you're taking notes.
You got any follow-ups, or is that all you had, Rock?
Also, I got in on the show a little late, man, but I'm looking at your fans online, and they're talking about something called EC. I don't really understand.
He did. Phil did explain that, but
we did.
Once again, in just a quick layman's term.
All right, so EC, you've heard of DC brushless motors?
Yeah.
That's kind of a big thing now, right? You go to buy power tools, you go to buy a Dyson vacuum, they're going to talk about DC brushless, right? So our EC fans are a DC brushless with an EC board on them, and the EC just stands for electronically commutated. It's just a fancy way to say we're speed controlling it with a little computer chip on the fan itself. So what I can do is I can drive a 0 to 10 volt signal out of my simple controller with a low voltage cable coming in, and I can speed control the fan. The cool thing about the EC fan, since it's a DC fan, it doesn't care if I speed control it down to 10% or all the way up to 100%. But as I speed control it back and forth, I'm saving exponential energy. So at 50% speed, I'm only using 12% of the energy of the fan. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So really, it's like the difference between the old school incandescent light bulbs and an LED, right? So LED is the wave of the future, right? That's where everything's going.
I hope not.
Yeah, I agree.
Duff hopes not.
Duff's back.
Duff's checking.
What happens if someone hacks your fan and just fucks with the fan feeds?
Oh, you mean like Skynet and shit, right?
Chinese.
North
Koreans.
Good for the Fantech. It's an American company.
Yeah.
Are you guys protecting us from hackers?
Chinese are trying to kill us.
I think I'd have to get our IT department. So engineering, if you're listening, we may have to get IT on that. But there is no way to hack the Aeolus controller because it doesn't plug into the interweb.
Oh, dude,
it does not go there.
I know some people that can hack shit.
Well, yeah.
If you touch it, it'll probably have herpes after that.
Let me see. I'll touch it.
Speaking of hacks, Jerome,
herpes on it.
Does that answer your question, Rock?
That did. Thank you.
All right, Rock. Nonetheless, and for the other listeners, we're having a great time tonight. But Fantech, I mean, it's an American-based company. They make quality products, whether it's for your greenhouse,
your bathroom,
your industrial, or to pressurize a carbon filter. You need to go check out Fantech. Check out their fans, well built, and these fans have a long warranty. You guys put your money where your mouth is.
We don't really get many fans back. Every single fan that leaves our factory is tested in our lab before it leaves. So if somebody says it didn't work out of the box, they're lying.
And when we talk about the EC, that's a huge thing because when people plug it into the little dimmer, it's just a dimmer switch, the speed controllers that you'll find at most hydroponic shops.
Yep.
They plug it in, and it's a brush motor. Like you said, it wears out that motor, and it's going to destroy the life of the fan. Mm-hmm. We don't have to worry about that with the EC fans.
Not at all.
And what about running in reverse? Can you run these fans in reverse even?
Like reversible, like it's one speed. No, we do have fans that are for parking garage ventilation that are reversible. That's a different thing. That's for safety.
Not in this range.
Though.
I got that question via my direct message on my Instagram that someone said, "Are they reversible?" And I was like, "Fuck."
If you turn them around.
Yeah, right. You guys put them backwards.
Just install them the other way. Sure. Yeah.
Did you hear about Dr. Duff's new product? His new reversible fart fan?
Yeah.
Hey. The fart goes back into you.
Dr. Duff, man, here. I got a reversible fart fan where the fart goes right back into you, man. Don't even worry about stinking up nothing. It's straight odorless. You just put it near your rear and go ahead and go.
Side effects may include stinky breath.
Side effects may include blown out colons.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Available at a Wahlbog.
Stinky breath.
Rock, I'm going to send you a swag pack, and stay tuned. We're giving out a Fantech.
What?
Which fan are we giving out? The Revolution I can't even read.
I guess they're used fans. They use them before they
Vector.
sell them.
The Revolution Vector, and we're gonna hook it up
fan.
with the Aeolus, and we're looking at what type of MSRP on these things.
The controller is $399. And
What? Are you out of your mind?
Yep. And the Revolution fan, I don't know off the top of my head.
How much for the
But
Aeolus?
probably about $400.
Basically, this is a $700-800 giveaway that we're going to be posting the rules on our Instagram pages, DFC Radio and Heavy Tea Grow Show, Fantech Shelby. We're going to give you a 14-day window. We're going to be posting the rules and hooking you up. So, Dr. Duff, you too have a chance to win.
I can get in it?
No, you are excluded as part of DFC Radio.
I'm not. Show me a paycheck. I'm not even an employee.
That's why we brought you back, because you were just on the cusp of being able to enter. And we were like,
man.
oh, he can't.
This was your interview.
I was gonna sell everything on Craigslist.
Guys, and Rock, thanks for calling
That helps
in.
us out.
Let's go to general grow knowledge. Hopefully Devin can help us out. Pablo and Downey, what's going on?
I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing.
Not much, man. You've been holding for a second. Let's give you your time.
Yeah, I need some expert grow advice. So this question's for Jerome.
Oh,
Jerome?
dude, really? The guy barely grows.
Oh my god! And Bobby Boucher steps up to the plate.
Dude, keep talking your shit, no grower. Shit.
He said no grower.
So in different grow mediums, are certain nutrients better absorbed at different pH levels?
Absolutely. Yes. So there's the thing called a pH nutrient availability chart that you could Google search. And depending on the type of media, I'll just tell you offhand, soil, you're going to want a pH range of about 6.5 to 6.6 to be perfectly ideal. Personally, I like a rock wool level at 5.8. If you're in cocoa, I think 5.8 to 6.2 is fine. I would do 6.0 to 6.2 in veg and step it down lower towards 6 to 5.8 later in flower.
You still there?
Yup.
Yep. All right.
Did I answer the question? I don't know.
Of course. Perfect.
But, you know, when you're... what kind of medium are you in, man? I don't want to stop there.
I'm in soil.
Okay, so one thing in soil I'd say that you want to be really wary of is making sure that you're not over-fertilizing. A lot of soil growers out there will get soil right out of the bag and then dump their nutrients into that first feeding or first two feedings. When there's already nutrients built up inside that soil, you need to unlock them. So even getting into your regular feeds, if you're not doing it, you should always incorporate some type of good compost tea in your daily or weekly regimen. And you can even add that to your typical feedings that you're doing as well.
You got it, Hans?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Pablo, you waited all that time, and you're so enthusiastic.
Yep.
Dude. Hey, man, I'm going to hook you up with some swag, including some Turpinator, some Smart Pods, and a bunch of stuff from all of our other sponsors. Pablo, I appreciate being part of the Duff Free Nation, calling in, talk and grow with us. We're having fun. And, of course, we're giving out our grand prize tonight. And if you haven't won one in the last 3 months, then you also can win that. What's the grand prize include tonight here, Duff? Do you remember?
Hookers.
Charlie Sheen lemonades.
Pound of weed.
Hookers and weed.
Hey, a pound of weed is worth less than the grand prize.
Jerome's got extras.
Not Jerome's 3 pound of lights. Wet weed.
$150 worth, bro.
Hey, he's got the wedding cake, but his is known as the Mexican wedding cake because it's so brown. We're going to give out some granddaddy pads, a full line of Mission fertilizer, double-ended 1,000-watt, some Smart Pods, including things from Blue Lab. What do we have? A truncheon meter from Blue Lab. So the grand prize is coming up. So stay tuned, Pablo. 562-653-0707. We have some open phone lines for you to call in. Ooh. We're coming back with more Phil, more Duff, more Jerome, more Devin. Why does Devin stand on the mic? He hasn't said but 2 words.
I just sit here so Jerome can't.
Yeah.
And I'm over here with Shelby on this side. We're gonna smoke
all
some
pissed
weed.
about a roach. He's so mad at me.
I'm Heavy T. This is my show. We'll be right
show.
back. DFCRadio.com.
two, I'm stuck. If I roll one more, I'm fucked. Feeling like I'm off on a spaceship. Ain't no squares in my circle. Smoke this in and I bet you a shapeshift. I'm so turned up when I burn out. You know I'm about to burn up. Go ahead and roll a perp up. This shit be the truth like I'm smoking on Sojourner. I'm fired up. Baby mama got me tied up. But I ain't tripping when she get to sipping. She'll fall asleep and I'm wide up. Wide awake and I'm about to creep up on the yellow freak. We done fucked around and smoke the G. Her lips on me like she smoking me. Smoking me. Smoking that. Chronic sack. Back to back. Perp looking like another shade of black. I'm fired up and I'm faded jack. Faded jack. Perp got me gone. I don't know what's on my mind. Ain't no way I'm coming down. Where you at? I'm on cloud 9 and I'm fucked up. Yeah, you know I'm out my brain. Roll it up, light it up. Yeah, you know I pack that flame. Yo, now I'm fired up. Oh, I be fired. Perp got me fired up. It got me fired up. Yo, I be fired up. Oh, I be fired. Tell them, gone and fired up. Man, gone and fired up. Okay, well I'm loaded. Loaded, I'm scoping for another bad bitch. If it ain't a bad bitch, then I'm ducked off somewhere smoking, floating. I know you want some, but you can't get this. Exclusive shit got me so lifted, and I'm rolling up trees like it's Christmas. But it ain't dope. Never ever smoke with a lame hoe unless she talking about giving brain or letting my niggas run the train hoe. Yeah, I'm on the track and I'm doing damage. Sack after sack, don't know how I'm standing. Stay with trees like a nigga camping. You shooting threes, I'm out here slamming. Dunking on niggas. Game time, 24/7, I claim mine. Money too long, guarantee. If you wanna get down, you better have the same grind. Smoking lime, call it Kush, no Reggie Miller or Reggie Bush. Step back, take a second look. You Captain Crunch, I'm Captain Kush. Perp got me gone. I don't know what's on my mind. Ain't no way I'm coming down. Where you at? I'm on cloud 9 and I'm fucked up. Yeah, you know I'm out my brain. Roll it up, light it up. Yeah, you know I pack that flame. Yo, now I'm fired up. Oh, I be fired. Perp got me fired up. It got me fired up. Yo, I be fired up. Oh, I be fired. Tell them, gone and fired up. Man, gone and fired up. I don't know what's going on. I just know I'm out my mind. Yeah, this smoke fill up my body. I can't even tell the time. I don't know what's going on. I just know I'm out my mind. Yeah, I'm swinging side to side. I can't even see the lines. Perp got me gone. I don't know what's on my mind. Ain't no way I'm coming down. Where you at? I'm on cloud 9 and I'm fucked up. Yeah, you know I'm out my brain. Roll it up, light it up. Yeah, you know I pack that flame. Yo, now I'm fired up. Oh, I be fired. Perp got me fired up. It got me fired up. Yo, I be fired up. Oh, I be fired. Tell them, gone and fired up. Man, gone and fired up.
Hey, what's up? Shout out to my man, DJ Saint, my brother.
Okay, got your ballasts check, reflectors check, fans check, just about ready to get growing. The last thing you need is your bulbs.
Let me get like 12 of, whatever's the cheapest you got.
Bro, really? You're using the best soils, best nutrients, best equipment, and you're going to use an Econo brand lamp? If you really want the best of the best, you need to go with the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamp. Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps have the highest quality and consistency in their construction, and they're engineered to give your plants the light spectrum they need for the best growth and biggest harvest. Plus, Ushio is the only company that offers 2100 micromole light output without needing to overdrive your lamps and ballasts. That means more light for your plants and longer light for your lamps.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, sold. Give me the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps.
Professional growers know not every lamp will give plants what they need to optimize their growth and yields and maximize profits. That's why the pros choose Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps. Offered in a full range of high-pressure sodium, metal halide, and ceramic metal halide options, Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps ensure that your plants are covered from seed to harvest no matter what lighting system you're using. For over 50 years, Ushio has been a trusted name and a leader in specialty lighting, and they stand by the name with a no questions asked 1-year warranty. So whether you run 5 lights or 500, you can be confident that you're buying the best horticulture lamps on the market. Ask for Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps and make sure to check them out online at www.ushio.com.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on DFZ Radio Network.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. all those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a grow, bloom, and boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer liquid. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
Heavy T hooked me up, man. Thanks.
That's right.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
One of the biggest challenges is creating and maintaining a...
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
That was awesome. So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Not getting good results from those compost CO2 makers? Dude, your mushroom bag just ate 3 of my plants. Introducing the GreenPad CO2 generator. The simple, economical, and effective way to add CO2 to your indoor garden. Just hang, spray, and walk away. It's that easy. Since I ditched my old mushroom bags and switched to the GreenPad CO2 generator, I couldn't be happier. I just hang, spray, and walk away. It's really that easy. I don't have to worry about any runaway spores contaminating my room or wondering if it's actually working. I just listen to the gentle sound the green pads make when they're wet, and I know it's working. Thanks, green pads! More effective than those organic CO2 bags, the GreenPad CO2 generator will help increase the CO2 level in your indoor garden safely and easily. Just find a spot high in your garden, hang the pad with the specially designed hangers, spray the GreenPad with water, and that's it. Just hang, spray, and walk away. Adding CO2 to your indoor garden has never been easier. The GreenPad CO2 generator. Available at finer hydroponic shops or online at thegreenpadstore.com. That's thegreenpadstore.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
DFZRadio.com.
From Manila to
A lot of people talk, so I'm walking with concealments. Did a lot of drugs to block out all the feelings. Won't stop, man, I'm plotting for $1 million. Trying to cop a lot like I got a lot of children. Battle every adversary, adversary tip. I'm glad to carry fans on every planetary tip. I'm spaced out, mumbling like I'm way south. I hate the bitch like everything from the waist down. And her boyfriend ain't scaring me, homie. Spit heat, you would think I had a Derringer on me. Embarrassing comparisons compared to me, homie. I'm so fucking sick, they got a charity for me. Where are we going?
Yo, what is? Welcome back, Heavy T's Grow Show. Jerome's out blowing out the bathroom again, testing out the new Fantech.
He ate a lot of pizza. All
That's
of
right.
it.
Phil installed a new Fantech into our bathroom and just smelling great.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wait. Damn, he wiped it really quick. Hopefully he got it all.
What happened to Jerome's neck? No neck Jerome.
No neck Jerome.
Hey, guys, he's in here like, boy, I grow better than anybody in the industry. I don't need a neck. I grow 3/4 pounds, one light. I pity the fool.
Hey, someone taps him on the shoulder and he can't turn his head. He's like,
3/4 pounds. That's hard to get.
tap him on the other shoulder.
3/4. Shit, yeah.
Hey, can you calm down? Have you ever went to any of Mike and Ike's cartoon festivals? Remember those back?
You
in
and
the
I
day?
went to that one.
Several of them. No Neck Joe. Awesome.
They had No Neck Joe.
Let's go back to Talk and Grow. We're here with Phil and Shelby from Fantech, along with Devin and Dr. Duff. What?
Beavis and Butthead debuted on that shit.
When you're ready to go down memory lane, we can do that.
Well, I just did.
Just
so
not tonight.
fuck off.
Let's talk about your yearbook. Devil's Triangle.
Do you remember you signed it? Love you.
Drinking game.
I don't know why you loved me, because you don't even grow.
All right.
Thank you, Jerome. You got the new catchphrase. You don't even grow.
Grow.
Okay, let's go to the phone line. C Block in Ohio.
Shit.
Hello.
What's up, C?
Grow animosity over there, brother.
I don't know why you love me. You don't even grow.
Hey, I know.
Yeah.
I know, girl.
That's some real shit.
I do grow, allegedly. Not in my
funny
garage.
thing.
That's what Jerome tells all his girls.
But what's
I
up,
love
girl?
you, girl.
What's going on?
Well, I was calling to see if you guys had any advice from going from a nice basement to growing on the legal market. I'm in Ohio, and I'm looking for like a cultivation type position. And I don't know where to start.
In
I'm
Ohio,
excited to start, but
okay.
I don't know what to study.
Jerome,
I feel like I
hold
know
on,
it
hold
all.
on.
Jerome's
Hold
a
on,
girl.
guys. Hold on.
University of Jerome.
Hey, Dr. Duff, when I say hold on,
I'm
just
sorry.
remember, as the host of the show, it's the Heavy Titty Show, not the Dr. Duffness Show.
My bad.
Okay? And I don't know what the laws are in Ohio or the opportunities that exist, but maybe Shelby, woman to woman, in the grow industry, the hydro industry, how can C maybe get into the game? You got some pointers?
Do you have experience already? You said you were growing in your basement.
Oh yeah, I've grown for almost 8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're rich.
Are you looking for like
Oh,
a
yeah.
position at a facility, or do you want your own facility?
Well, no, I've been in contact with somebody who holds a license, so I would just be an employee working in the facility.
Oh, Jerome.
Pick what you're good at. Really, you learn by doing and experience. And so you have experience working in your basement, and now you have to level up to get more experience. So, growing is growing. There's different techniques on scale, but regardless, it's still how you care for the plant.
Yep, and as far as a grower goes, I've seen people get their grow knowledge hijacked from certain companies, especially in Nevada. Real predatory when things went legal out in Nevada for a lot of growers. So know your worth, know what you have. Don't give away You know, like they might get your recipe, but the cookie still won't taste the same.
Right.
You know, but so know what you got and be realistic. You come from a gray area or black market into the light, so to speak. You're not going to have the same accolades or recognition. Is that
what?
Of those accolades that you would expect. You're going to start at the bottom rung and have to work your way up through hard work, just like you would in any corporation.
You know, and also remember to do what every proud American has done for forever is lie on your resume. And what I keep finding is I keep going into these large facilities where everybody's a master grower these days, and they think that running 5, 10 lights just scales up to 100, 200,000 lights. And the thing is I'll tell you right now, just lie on your resume because it'll at least get you in the door. And I'll be honest with you, most people, as long as you have good work ethic, you'll keep it going. But a lot of people are going to fail. Don't put yourself in a head grower position, but just lie on the resume. Everybody does it.
Yeah, you're probably going to
fake it till you make it,
and it's going to be cutthroat. You're going to have to deal with people that you don't like, work with people that you don't like. You're going to have to be in an environment that you got to play by the rules. This is corporate America, and for cannabis being so regulated, it's even tougher.
Oh, most people like people that don't know anything about cannabis when they hire people because they can mold them and train them how they want. And people don't have these particular ideas that they're stuck with, and they're stubborn, and they think they know what's best, when most companies these days just want you to follow the program. And at the end of the day, as long as you have great work ethic and a good attitude, you show up on time, you're going to get hired. And just like I said, lie on the resume. Don't lie too much. If you need to use this as a resume, we can work that out.
How come it doesn't surprise me Jerome's advice is lie?
Well, the thing is like, dude, you know how many fucking hoarders grow situations I've walked into? That there's literally so many people with large facilities that have, I call them the quote-unquote master growers, and you go in there and it's like hoarders gone grow. So the thing is if people want to waste, hundreds of thousands of dollars on people and personnel that don't know what they're doing, then go in there. Don't demand the highest paying job, but go in there like pruning, cloning, all these different things. They're going to train you to at least a legitimate company that has SOPs and operations and standard operating procedures that they're going to have you follow, because now that marijuana is legal, it's going to get corporate, and corporate has a corporate level structure that you need to follow. If you go to any big corporation, you're going to sit into a room and watch a 1 to 10-minute video of some like nerdy guy in a FedEx uniform telling you what to do in emergency situations when a tweaker puts a gun at your head in a 24-hour Kinko's.
Hey, wait,
I never watched that video.
You know what?
FedEx at Kinko's.
That seems very personal.
You know what? You sound like
Kinko's. I had a 3-foot pong.
You know what you're doing. Why don't you go ahead, get the facility? If you build it, I will come. For sure.
All right.
All right, and then we'll just go into business and just do it ourselves. Why do you need to work for anybody? Let's work for ourselves. Hire me.
I don't know.
I'm Dr. Duff at
Still listen to him.
LazyEye15 at Gmail. Hit me up with an email, and I'll fly out there and we'll do it up,
That's his
girl.
real email too.
Yeah, I need a job. Let's do this for real though. But let's be legit.
There's never been a time
Work
in the
for
history
ourselves.
of cannabis where you can actually go on cannabis career sites. And I mean, it sounds kind of cliche and shit, but you go on Instagram, you go on the web, there's also lots of career job opportunities out there you can look up.
Right.
We work for ourselves, girl.
I've got the opportunities. I'm going from making $150 to like $15.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to do. It's going to be a labor of love. If you expect to earn what you think is your worth because you produced in your grow area, I mean, you got to be willing to work under someone else. You want to have a great resume. You want to have some SOPs of your own, standard operating procedures that you can adhere to and be as professional as possible.
And
Phil, hold on, guys. And
I'm
because I did ask Shelby about it, but Phil, You are the big boss man for 2 continents at an $850 million company that makes cannabis-specific ventilation fans.
Not all the 850 million's mine, by the way.
Okay.
I've got a smaller slice of it. Just in case my boss is listening.
All I'm looking for is you to pick up the tab at TGIF.
All right, I got it. I got the tab at TGIF if we're doing karaoke.
If we're doing karaoke.
But
if Duff does karaoke, I'll pick up the tab. How's
but
that?
My point being is you walk the line of corporate America, excuse me, and counterculture, which cannabis has been for so long.
Right.
How are you able to marry the two? What do you look for when you're hiring or working with people? I mean, Shelby, the same thing. Runs her own business, awesome business person, but has walked the line of counterculture of the scene that we all have been part of. And everyone wants to know how to cross that threshold. Maybe you can enlighten them a little bit.
Probably you got to be good looking.
Shut up, Duff.
Got to be good
Stop
looking.
hitting on Phil.
You got to be good looking to get a job.
Turn him off first. Turn off. His redemption of Duff is over.
Oh no, his mic's off. His mic's off. Okay, so yeah, it is a fine line to walk. For us at Fantech Systemair, so Systemair is the global company, right? Initially, when we sold fans, it was kind of like people were buying them. And we kind of just ignored, we knew there was tomato growers.
Yeah.
But when it goes legal, it's part of the, it's part of the social fabric now, right? So we're embracing it to the point of, not making our corporate overlords nervous.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I didn't mean to misrepresent what Fantech
No, not at all, not at all. So, but when we're looking for people to hire, so like when we talk to Shelby or talk to anybody, James or business partners, anybody we're looking to partner with, we're looking for authenticity first and foremost. Because if we walk in with some corporate bullshit that I to quote Shelby and James, if you walk in and you're just spouting shit you don't believe in, okay, you're not actually here for the mission of what we're all doing, it's not going to ring true for anybody.
Or if you can't answer a follow-up question about what you're spouting,
that's right.
Immediately they know you're full of
That's
shit.
right. Or if you just make up bullshit. So be authentic. First and foremost, just don't. And I know Jerome, I'll respect, said lie, but maybe stretch it and just because you're probably capable of more than you think. Whenever we build our resumes, we're actually talking about ourselves, right?
Yep.
But look at what you've done and actually don't cut yourself short. Maybe that's the better way to put it. And extend yourself a little bit, because once you know the base principles, you can always add on to that. When I first joined Fantech, I knew HVAC. I didn't know fans specifically, right?
Okay.
Now I'm
I
kind
like
of a
how
fan
you
guy,
said
so, yeah.
extend it. Lie.
No, you're not lying. Not lying. You can actually say, because if you ask people what you know, and they're going to tell you more about what you know than what you will actually put on paper comfortably.
Through corporate analogies, just said real recognizes real.
Yes.
And if you go in there bullshitting, they're going to see through it. Own it for yourself. Own and be willing to start from the bottom. And the tenacity, the hard work should pay off. And if you're in the right situation, some people are just dicks and will utilize what you give them and pay you as little as possible. Welcome to DFC Radio.
Stay away from assholes.
Welcome to DFC Radio.
Liberty Cannabis.
So C Block, I'm going to send you a swag pack.
Great.
I appreciate you calling in all the way from Ohio. It's going to include things from all of our sponsors. And go follow Heavy Tea Grow Show on Instagram and Fantech Shelby. We're going to be doing a 2-week long giveaway, and all the rules and regulations of how to get one of the Revolution Vector fans and the controllers will be on there.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, C Block.
I love women growers calling in, Shelby. Doesn't that make you feel warm and fuzzy?
Oh, yeah.
I
So
mean,
does vodka.
Amen, girl. Amen. With arms wide open. I said eyes wide open. And see, this is why I can never sing karaoke, because I am constantly singing the wrong lyrics. I'll be in the shower singing the wrong lyrics, like no one's business. I'll just be humming along. I'd listen to Inner Sandman every game before I played in my entire career of sports. And I'll be like, like humming along with it. I don't know any of the words. Seriously, it's horrible. Let's go back to Talk and Grow here with Mike in Rancho Cucamonga. Mike.
How's everything going?
Yeah,
Good.
kind of a shit show, but you know. That's what we're here for. What's going on?
Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Are you there?
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, Mike, you want to talk to Heavy T?
How's everything going?
Pretty good. You're waiting to talk to Heavy T?
Yeah, everything's
All right,
good.
just hold on one second. All right, welcome back. We got Mike from Rancho Cucamonga. Mike, you're on the air.
Hell yeah, this is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Martha's Best.
What's going
You know
on?
what I mean? Yeah, we
Martha's
produce-
Best, Mike.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
Jerome, I told you I could get a caller, motherfucker. Ah,
You know, we
shit.
produce
Hey,
amazing-
Mike, tell this dipshit Bobby Boucher motherfucker the best organic line in the industry.
Mission
You
Fertilizer?
know what I'm talking about. Vermicrop. It's the
eat shit and
fucking
die,
most
you piece of shit,
amazing
motherfuckers.
there is. I'm telling you right now, without Vermicrop, I would not have the things I have today.
All right, so
I
thank
mean-
you for calling in, Mike. I needed that stroking so bad because Jerome's being an extra fucking jerk tonight.
He didn't ask you a fucking question.
So
dude.
can you give us a question or is it just a stroke?
No, yeah, I was wondering. No. I
was wondering.
I do-
wide open. Okay.
No, seriously, I do have an issue.
Okay,
I have an
calm
issue.
down, guys.
I have these bugs. I have these, not a bug or whatever. I still can't figure it out. You know, when I'm finishing, I have this. It's like a sucker that it squeezes on the stems and sucks out all the sugar off the. You know what I mean?
It's called
They're like a
scale.
little-
They're on the They're on the stems. You see?
Yeah.
It's called
I'm
scale.
finished.
Is it rock hard and you can barely even move them?
Yeah, they're stuck on there.
Yeah,
They're
it's
sucking
scale.
out all the juice.
It's scale. You either have scale in your system or in your water line. Most scale will be killed by chlorine in a municipal water source. If you're using RO, it's probably inside.
No, it's a little bug.
Uh-huh.
So what it is? It looks like. How can I describe it?
It looks like a little turtle shell.
Like
snake skin, right?
No, it's like on your dogs where they try to suck the blood out. of
Like
your
a tick.
It's like that, like that. And it's-
Yeah, and it's very hard to remove them.
yes.
It's scale.
Okay.
It's actually called scale. It's
So
a bug.
He's diagnosed your problem. It's called scale.
And it will limit your yield. It will limit the health of your plants. If you're using chlorinated water, it will kill it. Okay? So
Okay.
you're probably using RO water, which most growers do. And
Yep.
if you have that in your reservoir that you're putting the RO water in the lines that are going from your RO to your feed reservoir and any of your irrigation lines, you're going to continue to have it. And you
Okay.
can actually add chlorine in small amounts, and it will kill it in the water source. The chlorine isn't necessarily bad for plants. Plants actually use a certain amount of chlorine.
I was
And-
only finding it on
Okay,
my
never mind.
mother, so I wasn't finding it on my new babies or.
They're going to be there.
teenagers.
They just grow. They grow as they suck the
Okay,
nutrition out.
okay.
They lock in and they
Okay.
grow. I mean, I've
Okay.
seen scale as large as my thumb on big
Okay.
plants. That
Really?
they just
That
have
big?
Yeah, girl, real big.
This guy's
Let me
got
show
one
you.
hell of a monkey thumb too. You should
Yeah,
see this
no,
fucking
no,
digit.
this-
Look at this
this is like-
digit on
I've
this
never seen
goddamn.
a scale that
I was
big.
like, damn, you little bastard.
So
just
welcome to
sticking
Southern
out there and
California.
ain't paying rent or anything, you know what I mean?
So Mike,
It was like,
he's gave you the easiest option ever. No
Chlorinate the water. Rechlorinate the water, your RO water with a small amount. What is the water treatment that they have? The microlib
the Def Guard.
No, motherfucker, not your shit.
I don't know.
No
You
shit
said
that
they.
people use.
You said they, motherfucker.
Shit that people use, not your shit.
right now. Yeah, I use Def Guard all the time.
I know, but the chlorination will kill it. So we reverse osmosis our water, right, to take everything out of it, including the chlorine. Chloramine, chlorine, it kills beneficials. We know that, but mainly, or what we're doing, taking out of it, is everything else as well. Any type of can you just calm him down for a second for me, please? Any type of heavy metals, things like excess lead, excess iron, taking it out. A small amount of chlorine is not going to be detrimental to your plants nor your beneficials. Too much will be. right? So a certain product that I can't think of the name right now, but if you just type in prevention of scale or scale bugs, it's going to come up immediately. And all it is a small amount of chlorine that you add back in. And you will kill off some of your beneficials, but you're not going to destroy the entire colony. But for the most part, I would rather have the scale bugs be killed, than hoping that my beneficial populations stay at the maximum capacity. Right? And scale will kill your plants and will suck your plants dry. Yeah. Like certain plants with scale in the middle of a crop or the middle of a canopy, you can look at, and they are significantly smaller. Smaller nugs, smaller leaves, everything, because the bug is sucking the nutrition that the plant would get.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, only 1 or 2 or 3. I was just curious what they were.
The scale bugs, motherfucker. God damn. All right, Mike, love you. I'm going to send you a bunch of stuff. Magical butter machine from Hydro Chef. Brand new rig. Half ounce of shatter. All that good stuff coming directly from Hydroponic Chef. It's all for you, Mike. Congratulations.
Awesome.
All right.
What a dick. You just give away all this shit. I don't have to. How the fuck am I going to fucking follow through with that?
I can't.
It's all being released.
I can't even get 100 mil of Rapid Start to give out anymore. I don't even know.
Quit fucking answering calls.
562-653-0707.
Take another call.
That is the phone number. Call in right now. We're coming back with more grow questions, a little bit more fun, and then the grand prize. It's Heavy T's Grow Show on DFCRadio.com.
Are they bringing back?
Go follow Fantech Shelby and Heavy T Grow Show on IG right now. Unfollow You Know What's Good and Hydroponic Chef.
I'm plotting for $1 million, trying to cop a lot like I got a lot of children. Battle every adversary tip. I'm glad to carry fans on every planetary tip. I'm spaced out, mumbling like I'm way south. I hate the bitch like everything from the waist down. And her boyfriend ain't scaring me, homie. Spit heat, you would think I had a Derringer on me. Embarrassing comparisons compared to me, homie. I'm so fucking sick, they got a charity for me. Where are we going? Time won't leave. Kinda like my car, cause I'm on E. And a bunch of other shit. Motherfuckers, who you think you fucking with?
Yeah, you know, Another day on the grind, time to lay it on the line. I wake up hungry, money stays on my mind. It's a gift and a curse. I grind like a race, gotta get to it first. So I'm picking up the pace, so I build on my stamina. They ain't hustling like me, they all a bunch of amateurs. They ain't fucking with me, better read between the lines. Never ease up on the shrine, cause I'm going for the goal. Best believe I got the drive just to get what I need. You can see all the signs. I jet to the green like I'm speeding through time. I stay motivated. Sour diesel got my vision slow when I'm faded. I drink what I want and I'm so intoxicated. Diesel in my blunt, Hennessy got me wasted, pacing, leaning like I'm drunk. Getting crazy, let's face it, you can't contain it. This is saying C4, so you know who the blame is.
DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com. Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the #1 factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the Inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plantech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
DFZRadio.com.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use two-part formula. Formulated for aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
Diddly Heavy Tea Grow Show. But dilly.
Hey man, it's Dr. Duffman here, bro. You're listening to DSCRadio.com.
In this corner, Clonex Root Maximizer contains indoor mycorrhiza and a muscular mycorrhiza. Both are known for being beneficial to the majority of plants. The competition contains ectomycorrhiza, specifically beneficial for fir trees and not the majority of plants. Clonex Root Maximizer, created in vivo, meaning it's created in living roots. The competition, created in vitro, meaning it's created in test tubes and petri dishes. Clonex Root Maximizer, created in soil-like medium with natural organisms. The competition, created in inert medium like oil, dry, or kitty litter. Clonex Root Maximizer contains microbial diversity. The competitions include organisms that are irrelevant, like ectomycorrhiza fungi. Clonex Root Maximizer. Winner, new champion. Winner.
Mycorrhiza is a beneficial root fungus that increases the surface area of plant roots, which allow the plant to reach nutrients that might not be available otherwise. Put simply, Mycorrhiza extends the plant's reach, allowing it to get more of what it needs to survive. Clonex Root Maximizer puts life into your garden by adding bountiful amounts of mycorrhiza fungi, beneficial bacteria, and trichoderma. That combines to improve the health and vitality of all plants. Treating your young plants with Clonex Root Maximizer will give them the head start needed to reach their genetic potential, leading to better quality and higher yields. Available in granular and soluble. Check it out, Clonex Root Maximizer, at hydrodynamicsintl.com. That's hydrodynamicsintl.com.
Here we are, dude. Billy Graham, tissue culture. I know a lot of people out there, Bill, love tissue culture, but they're scared to even delve into it. How do they get into tissue culture? What do they got to do?
Well, that's what I've been doing all this time. I kind of led a lot of this way back when. I'm still in touch with the people who are using the kits every single day. I'm traveling with my tissue culture kit, and I'm not the difficult guy. I'm the one who makes everything easy. So it's really funny. It's the last time your listeners heard me was when I was in the studio, and our whole thing was put some plants into the tissue culture tubes. Those tubes are going to give you all your new clones forever. And that's all still there. And when everyone hears about tissue culture, that's what they see from what everybody's done with every other plant. What I wanted to share with your listeners today is that really just since like November, December, we started doing some shortcuts, and it was super cool. I wanted people to do this quickly and learn fast. So we would go in and we would take the user's clones, put them into the tissue culture tubes, and then grow them just for like two weeks, and we would take them out and put them right into rooting. So that way they knew how to start and how to finish, and then they were more interested in learning what to do in between. But what's very funny is it actually turned out that that's its own thing. Dude, this is going to blow your mind because you've seen all of this stuff before. I am making cuttings from trimmings when the veg plants are going into flower, and we're taking off those limbs that are just not really going to be anything, those toothpick thin branches. When I put them in the tissue culture liquid, your listeners can't see this, but we're going to describe it. It started as a little skinny thing 10 days ago. I'm holding a 4-inch tall test tube that's full of plant and leaf that's now almost as thick as a chopstick. This started as a toothpick, and this in 10 days it's gotten this big. I'm going to take this out, put rooting gel on it, and put this right into my plug tray. This is my new plant start. Number one is I was able to make good clones from what would be trash, but I've also got all the advantages of tissue culture. Everybody looks at tissue culture, number one, to get rid of mother plants. I took this from clippings. Number two is, as long as that liquid stays clear, this is disease-free. So we already know no fusarium, no powdery mildew. This is clean. We've got that whole nutrient sugar boost, so this guy's really vigorous. Number three is this is also my genetic booster because I've got all the trace metals here and the hormone stimulation. And four, that hormone, this is the branching hormone. So tell your listeners, it's already branching and it's still in a test tube. This guy starts, these little branches, every leaf you see in this tube was not there. The piece that went in this tube was a 3-inch tall little naked toothpick with a little bit of green hair. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes that are already bushing out. And I'll grab any tube in that box and I'll tell you that's the same thing. Trim the bottom, put the root gel in it, root this in 10 days to root and a couple more weeks to start getting some good top growth. But from that clipping to a whole new veg plant you could take that clipping from again is about 8 weeks, which is exactly how long your veg plant from the first time took to flower. So I've just harvested Mom. She's already chopped up in the bud basket, and now the next generation is going in, and I'm putting my next bunch of clones in. So my veg plants are my clone donors.
Damn! Hey, wait. It's that easy, dude. Seriously, you just put the gel in there. You cut your plant at week 3 because you're like, hey, dog, I gotta get some of this bottom crap out of there. It's gonna be nothing, dude. It's gonna be Schwarf right there. And then there it is, dude. He's got a whole paper right here with a drawing. Weeks 5 through 6, dude. There it is. Week 5, you're killing it. So seriously, how many? With the liquid that you provide, how many, you could do thousands?
You can. I'd sell a starter kit with 16 tubes and the liquid for $60. From there, you own the tubes, and you'd only have to buy the liquid, which is going to be like $15. So for less than $1 per cut. This is not so much tissue culture as this is a clone conditioning kit. I've discovered a whole new step between cutting your clone and rooting your clone.
Damn! He just blew our mind right there, dude. A whole new step. He's just thrown it in our face like, yeah, dog. It was that easy. I did that, no problem.
What I do, man. I've got this in commercial sizes. I've got 1,000 tube kits. We can do any number of anything anybody needs, but the materials are prepared ahead of time. So you just buy bottles, tubes, and some of my special chlorine. And this stuff is so easy. I want to let everyone know right now, if you're putting this on the air in the area, we're at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds at the CannaCon. I am taking users' clones right here today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Bring me a 4-inch clone with the leaves cut off, about a 1/2 inch of leaf stem, and we will wash it and put it into tissue culture right here, and you can take it home for free.
Damn, Billy Graham right now. Hey, guys, you're probably going to hear this a little late. Billy Graham would have done it for you when you hear this. He would have cloned it for you, dude, and put it in his little tube in his solution. And the solution is great price, and you know what? He just knocked a whole step out for you, dude. He made it. Look at this. He's got a whole pack. Tubes are there. Liquids there. That's all you need. And Heavy T's Grow Show flyers right there. Billy Graham knows what's up. He's been a long-time listener, a huge fan. We're a fan of his. And we want to let you know, tissue culture is the future. Seriously. I mean, why else wouldn't it? It's not going to be the future, right?
This is a tool that everybody serious about propagation and serious about plant cleanliness and quality should include in their garden, even if you're a 16-plant garden. Boom, it's right there. We put 20 cuts in. Hell, I'll double them up in the tube. Bang! Now we got 32 clones in 16 tubes. Okay, maybe we lose 1 or 2 to contamination, but I still got 14 good tubes. 16 tubes giving you 28 clones.
Damn, player. That's what's up. Take that to the bank and cash it, player. Check out Billy Graham's tissue culture. Where do you find it on the internet?
PlantTC.com. Also at webhydroponics.com.
That's right. Say those two things one more time.
Webhydroponics.com, one word, and PlantTC, T as in tissue, C as in culture.com.
There it is. From Billy Graham's mouth. You better go check that site out and get your crazy-ass tissue culture on. Get your clone on, guys. The new wave. The next step. I'm Duff with Billy Graham, and we out.
We're out.
Don't you put that evil on me! From Manila to Mendo, Santiago to San Diego, the war rages on. Everywhere gardeners struggle against the chains of tyranny, growers fight for their inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of higher yields. Voices around the world are raised in a chorus exclaiming, "No more! No more weak potting soils! No more trying to grow plants in a soil that doesn't have enough nutrients to sustain life." The people are rising up and demanding Sanctuary Soil's Victory Brand Superior Garden Mix. Victory Garden Mix, a blend of the best composted forest humus, peat moss, and perlite. Victory Garden Mix, teeming with worm castings, humic shale ore, fish, shrimp, crab, and kelp meal. Victory Garden Mix, rich with dolomite and gypsum lime, glacial rock dust, oyster shell, and azomite. The people cry out in unison proclaiming, "We demand the freedom to grow the best plants possible in the best soil available." Sanctuary Soil is answering your call, freeing you from the shackles of inferior soils. Sanctuary Soil's Victory Brand Superior Garden Mix, the best, highest quality planting mix available anywhere, is now available to you by the bag or by the truckload. For more information, contact your local hydroponics store or go online to sanctuarysoil.com. Sanctuary Soil's Victory Brand Superior Garden Mix, because together we can grow it.
Boom! Happy birthday! Here we are, CannaCon, Dr. Duff. I'm up in here in the Natural Enemies. What's the name of your company?
Natural Enemies.
I just said it, bro. Damn, I'm good, dude. I can read. That's Long Beach education at its finest. So, Natural Enemies, What the hell is natural enemies, dude? Do I just go get my homies and we go around and we just kick some ass?
For the most part, yeah. Beneficial insects or predatory mites that feed on the pest mites that people have in their garden.
So you have beneficial mites that you sell to the public for their garden to get. What is a beneficial mite? What does it look like?
Well, you can see them with the naked eye pretty easily. Simply, we got pictures here to show you. But, yeah, they feed on the pests that you have in the garden. There's no negative impact on your plants whatsoever. It takes the place of any chemical applications to your crop.
So if you have spider mites in your garden, right, I'm going to go and buy my natural...
Persimilis. Buy Persimilis.
Buy Persimilis. What is that? What's that word?
Persimilis is most aggressive against two-spot spider mites, basically.
Bam! Knowledge for your brains. Did your face just melt like mine? It did. Okay, Persimilis. I said it right. I know I did. But anyways, check this out. They have spider mite, anti-spider mites. What are they called again?
Spider mite predators.
Spider mite predators that will go in and eat your spider mites. If you got webs on your garden, first of all, you're doing wrong because you got webs. And then you're going to need to get this natural enemies, bro.
Word.
Damn straight. Hey, how much does these natural predators, how much do they cost?
It just depends on which ones that you buy. There's slow-release sachets versus active adults. Just go online at naturalenemiesbiocontrol.com.
There it is, naturalenemiesbiocontrol.com. Check them out. How much would a small jar of some natural enemies cost you?
$33 is a minimum, but you need to have a $100 minimum to place an order.
There it is, $100, people. Okay, and you know what? How much does $100 treat? How big of an area?
It's dependent. Dependent on pest pressure and the populations that you have going on. So there's nothing, no specifics that we can give you on it.
So just get a big-ass bottle and just throw them out and let them go to business.
Slow-release sachets are what you want to treat preventatively. You don't ever want to get to the adults.
Damn straight. You don't want no webs up on your stuff because then you're just going to have to throw it away, right?
You got it.
Or my buddy over here, he'll smoke it. Yeah, 420. Thank you very much. Natural Enemies. Thank you for coming on the Heavy Teas Grow Show.
Thank you.
DFZRadio.com.
Oh, how many times I gotta hear the song? California. 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 Hey, follow my boy at You Know What's Good on Instagram. He's the master grower of the world. He gets 27 pounds per watt. And you gotta watch out for him because he's on the scene with over 200 million square feet of canopy. It's Jerome, everyone.
In a world where everyone else is just an average grower,
in a world,
there was a man who was a master grower.
In a world
His
dominated
name was
by
Jerome.
Blue Dream, becomes a different,
the myths,
a different
the gardening legend.
Look, no, I ain't gonna get mad because I'm good at what I was meant to do. You know, it's consumers like you.
My name is
that
Sammy
love
Davis
people like
Jerome.
me.
He just called us customers.
I called you a consumer, motherfucker. 'cause
Sammy
you
Davis
obviously ain't
Jerome,
no
you
grower.
dig? I'm over here with the rap pack.
Hey, I'm Frank Sinatra, and he's Dean Martin.
Look,
Take it
this
easy,
is
Sammy.
this is my night to be as
Just put 'em on
unprofessional as
Sammy
possible.
3.
Okay, so back the fuck up, company man.
I'm pretty sure it's worse than Sammy, bro. This guy's a groupie.
You guys are gonna arm wrestle till the death.
No,
Let's go to the
dude, I
phone.
already whooped his ass at a foot race.
Cállate la boca, cabrón.
Jerome, that just doesn't even sound right coming from your round ass. Well,
Look,
come
two
on.
fat people running. That's called an earthquake, dog.
Yeah. And all I know is the race had to be downhill. Let's go to the phone lines here. We're going with Ad in New Mexico. What's going on?
Did you say Ad? My name's Ariana. Is that me?
Yes, someone. The
Slightly
screener
off,
put
it's
Ad.
Okay, I'll let you pass. I just have a question real quick.
damn,
Love your
yeah.
show, by the way.
I love
about
you. Give you a
basil.
pass, bro.
How do you get some basil going indoors? Some cuttings.
Some basil,
Basil.
going. Go ahead, company man.
Oh shit, Jerome doesn't want to take this one. I thought he knew everything. Great.
That's about all you know how to grow, bro.
So you're trying to make basil cuttings, or you're growing from seeds?
Cuttings, yes. And I have seeds as a side, but that's not what I'm asking now. Just like a cutting.
Nah, you can keep it simple. You can cut a couple of clips off and then leave them in some water and let them boost. But it really, a rooting supplement of some sort would help it. But if you don't want to add anything to your food, that's totally understandable. Just some plain water will work.
Yes.
Are you listening or watching this? Because is this basil or is this basil?
I'm listening.
All right. He did the air quotes. He wants to know. He wants to know if this is code.
Basil, basil, or basil?
I want to air quote no both.
All right, so great. If you're doing some of that medical basil, you're gonna cut that at a diagonal line. You're gonna drop that in a cup of water while you get a couple handfuls of those, and then you're gonna take another cut right above the node, drop it into your preferred rooting cloner like CloneX Solutions from HDI, available through Hawthorne, and then that right there. Got to do the company man thing.
Well, you know what? The thing is, though, I forgot to put the stipulation. It needs to be all natural, nothing like synthetic.
Yeah, then just use.
So you can use water. You can use all different types of
I
things.
can use water. I literally
Hold
can
on,
use water.
homegirl. You're gonna ask a question and keep talking over me. You're gonna be quiet for 5 seconds of your life.
I'm
All right, homegirl.
Damn,
This is the heavy tea grow. This is the heavy tea grow show, not the Adriana from New Mexico grow show.
It's
Okay?
Adriana, and she gave you a pass, Holmes.
Okay, my kitchen pass has expired, esa. Mira, escúchame. Okay. Ustedes necesitan escúchame, cabrona.
Family's laughing like.
Sí. Mi elote con mayonesa, cabrona.
I'm all escuchado out.
Okay. Listen, basil, if you're growing real basil, just use seed. Don't take cuts of fucking basil. Okay, use seed. But listen.
But won't it be faster to do a
Gosh
cut?
darn it. I just got to put you on hold because this is way too much mayonesa for you, sucara.
I don't even know this gringo Spanish.
Adriana?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
This is a female version of Beavis and Butthead. I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about.
Basil.
But taking all natural. Listen, if you don't want to use IBA, indole butyric acid, you can use certain natural occurring hormones. You can use seaweed extract to help promote root development. Hey, can I finish talking? Guys,
Hawthorne
shut him
has
off,
a product called
but you can also use a mixture of pure aloe, extract of aloe, not aloe vera out of a bottle, but go get some real aloe, pure aloe, and some honey. Aloe will help promote the root growth. Honey helps sterilize it. Right? If we add any type of hormone, whether natural or synthetic, you're trying to grow stuff. And when you add it, you're going to grow potentially roots, but you're going to grow fungus, you're going to grow bacteria. So the honey will help sterilize it. It's an all-natural recipe that you can use. Just use 50-50. Mix it together.
Awesome. Wow. Well, really, thank you so much.
You are the most condescending lady. You get nothing. 562-653-0707. I'm hooking her up with a swag bag. Are you kidding me?
You're getting a swag bag.
Adriana?
He felt bad.
He had like, we hung up on her. No.
She's still there.
Hey, in all seriousness, Vermicrop makes Azos, and you can do a 2-to-1 ratio. It's a nitrogen-fixing bacteria. It's all natural, but you dilute that at a 2-to-1 ratio, company man. If you didn't know, and that's a cloning solution.
This guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm sending her some.
It's extreme gardening, bro.
It's extreme gardening. Isn't that Vermicrop too?
Bro, you know everything. Come on.
No,
man.
it's not the same shit. But is that Hawthorne? No. Oh, I didn't make your day. I'm sorry.
Listen, amigos. Escúchame. Mi elote con mayonesa, rociaron en su cara. No necesito servilletas.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yo sé dónde está.
Cállate, Jerónimo.
Dos derechas allá y uno derecho y izquierda. La biblioteca
Is the
está
heavy
allá.
tea show in Spanish now? Am I having
Sí.
a fucking seizure?
Escúchame. Tengo una pregunta por una finale. How do you say prize? Regalo.
Mota.
Regalo, a gift?
Sí, Simón ese. Puedo hablar español. Mira. Hablote con mayonesa.
Cracks me up.
It's my corn with mayonnaise. And I said it squirts on her face. Oh, that's horrible. No, I didn't really say that. But I did hook her up with some Green Pat Juniors. And also some Smart Pots. And I really appreciate her calling in. And her whole family. It sounds awesome. I think I heard her abuelita in the background. All right, it's time for the grand prize giveaway. We've been doing this all night. No, wait. Before we do that, we got to talk a little bit with Felipe. ¿Qué pasó, Felipe?
¿Qué pasa?
Man, we chopped it up serious tonight. We talked about some serious stuff. We had some good times, talked grow with a lot of people. I mean, at Fantech, being the big boss man over there, what is something you want to leave with our listeners that really defines the company and what you guys do?
Authentic fan performance. When you buy a Fantech product, you're going to get exactly what you pay for. We're not the cheapest one around. You know, when you're looking for that hobby fan, you're just starting out, it's probably not the way you're going to go. I mean, we're a professional grow fan. When it's no longer a hobby, that's kind of why we use the tagline that way. But when you're ready to step up to the equipment that's never going to fail on you, is going to work every time. Even our AC fans, which we talk about speed controlling, you can hook up a traditional speed controller to our fans. Doesn't affect the warranty. We're still going to give you that 5-year warranty, non-prorated. If you speed control it, bring it back in, you're not going to bust it. You're not going to break it in 5 years. It's not going to happen. So that's kind of the thing.
Doing it right.
Yeah.
How about for you, Shelby? You know, distributing it and where to get it?
Right now you can get our fans through Savant Plant Tech, Horticulture Solutions, American Ave and SF Garden, and DNS in the Bay Area, and Garden Rebels Wholesale.
And, of course, we're going to be doing the giveaway. Follow Fantech Shelby and Heavy Tea
That's
Grow
me.
Show. We've got a fan and controller giveaway that's going to be dropping tomorrow morning. It's basically going to be posting, reposting, doing some more posting, following and stuff. Something. Shelby figured it out. She said,
Oh, yeah.
you're supposed to
I'm
figure
the
it out. I said,
brains.
you're supposed to figure it out. I said, no, motherfucker, you're supposed to figure it out.
I
But
just want to show up.
Guys, I really wanted to thank you for coming in, dropping
Thank
the
you
knowledge.
for having
We
us.
have a lot of fun, but still, it's 4 hours, so we got to talk grow, but we have a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you coming through. Phil, man, taking the train down here, that's saved you some money.
Absolutely.
Hashtag,
Amtrak, everywhere to go.
All right.
Fantech and fuck Blue Dream. Hashtag both those.
Yeah.
Now, that's right. That's right. Let's talk about a grand prize question. Dr. Duff, for the redemption of Duff, you came up with the grand prize question? No. Okay.
What the?
Horty Devin, you came up with the grand prize question?
Yeah, what does the EC stand for?
Oh, what does the EC stand for on the Fantech fan? That is a good one.
Man.
The E and the C on the Fantech fan. 562-653-0707. We're coming right back. What does the EC stand for? Over $400 worth of grow prizes on the grand prize question. 562-653-0707. Phone lines are now open. DFC Radio, Yedig.
Hey, the box don't even have the answer.
You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga. You thirsty? Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm easy. But I grew up on the west, they hear me loud and clear, that's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throw back. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck, you can hold that. Beezy, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want that nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty, you be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty, in the worst way. You thirsty, in the worst way, nigga, you thirsty, in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh,
I ain't got no patience. I don't really like waiting. Nah, kinda wanna taste it. Oh, girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So, girl, I ain't waiting at all. Make sure you take go. 100 strokes to the bitches. I ain't with the bullshit, bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it.
She said she don't want them if they on her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, what she wants don't require a question. What she needs is some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, cause I'm a real one. She said to me, she said she don't want them if they on her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. The same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? Max Shields, St. Louis Obispo, San Jose. I was joking. Yeah, San Jose, 2017, Max Shield. If you guys suck at rolling joints, like I don't, but if you do, Future Rolla is gonna roll up your joints for your asses, right? Future Rolla, what's up? What's up, guys? Who's doing it? What's up, man? What's your name?
I'm Forrest.
Forrest, what's up, Forrest? I'm Duff.
Duff, nice to meet you, Duff.
Nice to meet you. What's up? You guys are Future Rolla. What do you guys do for the future of Rolla?
You want to see it? Come right this way. Come with me.
Well, we can't see it. We're like on the. We're going to be on the radio here, so we got to describe this. It's theater of the mind.
We sell pre-rolled cones. They're hand rolled in Indonesia. They're the finest rice paper on the market, the slowest burning. They're unbleached. They are the glue is made from the acacia tree. They're amazing. And we sell a machine that rolls 100 of them. It fills up 100 of them in 2 minutes.
Okay, so you guys have a machine here where you have the papers that are already pretty much opened up on one end and closed on the other.
Correct.
And then they're going to go ahead and fill up these pre-rolls for you, which are rice paper, which is super organic and good for you.
Yeah, that's how.
Right, that's it. Keep going, Duff. All right, so I'll keep going. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to have all these pre-rolled. How much do you charge for a pre-roll?
For a pre-roll, the cone itself?
Yeah, well, with weed in it, how much is it?
Oh, well, you'd have to ask somebody that sells it with weed in it because we don't sell it that way.
What? No, come on, man. Okay, what is that? How much? Okay, I'm joking. Non-drug medicine infused.
For $4.59 for a carton.
Okay, $459.
Yeah, and you get 6,000 per carton. Say of the 109s, the long ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy this. Do I need your machine to have it pre-rolled?
Yes. I would definitely highly recommend doing it with the machine because you can do 100 in 2 minutes. So if you've got 6,000 to fill, I'd want to have the machine. I wouldn't want to do it all by hand.
Okay. Well, my guy over there, Heavy T, he's the creator and the innovator of the show, is getting a video for us.
Wonderful.
So that we can show it on the internet and show it on the air.
Very cool.
So then what you guys do, you guys have a cap on there that I noticed, and the cap is like a pre-weighed out, like a the amount.
Perfect half gram per hole.
Per hole. So every hole is a half gram. Yes. And you guys even that out with whatever you're going to put in there to smoke.
A few different sizes as well. We've got a reefer kit, which is 0.25. So they're a little bit smaller, and you can just, depending on the cone size, if you're doing a 1 1/4, that's a perfect half gram. You just run the machine once. If you're doing the 109s, the long ones, you would want to run it 2 times.
2 times, so you have a whole gram in there.
Exactly, yeah, for the king.
Okay, well, what if you want to do blunts? Because we're from Southern California, and these guys, fuck it, dude. Cali Breeze is the blunt king in the studio. He's always falling asleep with a blunt in his hand, almost letting himself on fire. Do you guys do anything about blunts?
We don't do blunts just yet. No, we don't do blunts.
Okay, well, then we could collaborate together. We could maybe make some money together on that.
Hey, let's do it. That sounds great.
There it is, dude. I'm making money here with Future Rolla. Hey, I see you guys, Tommy Chong. He's a supporter?
Oh, yeah. We've got a whole Tommy Chong line. Cone rollers, papers, grinders, you name it.
So then probably people already know who you are, Future Rolla. Where do they find you on the internet? FutureRolla.com?
FutureRollaUSA.com.
And that's FutureRolla
USA.com. Correct. Yep, that's the one.
There it is, guys. Hey, if you guys want to get your pre-rolled on because everybody wants to get it pre-rolled, yeah, dude, I want a machine because, like, everybody, I smoke so many joints, I'll smoke that all in one sitting, bro. I'll pre-roll. That'll be my, like, good night. I got, like, this restless leg syndrome. You ever experienced that?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, growing pains.
Fuck, I'm 40 years old. I still have growing pains. Why you call it growing pains? It's still a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that the herbs help.
Well, it will when I get your machine. You guys going to sponsor me or what?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, hey, thank you. What was your name again?
Forrest.
Forrest from Future Rolla, guys. Go check his shit out on FutureRollausa.com. FutureRollausa.com on the internet, guys. Forrest is here. He's going to fucking beat your ass if you don't buy it because everybody else is just a bitch. And they were here first because I saw it here first. I had never seen anybody else's stuff here, right, Forrest? So if you want me to call you up if I see anybody imitating?
Word. Yes.
You look like you can enforce some shit.
That's correct.
Yeah, this guy's like 7 foot tall. My arm's sore now. I got to get done with this. It's going way high up. I'm Duff. I'm out. Thank you, Forrest.
Yep, you got it. Thank you.
Future Rolla, roll out. Duffman here, GrowX, San Jose. I ran into Steve from Sunny Cow Solar. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
We're having a great time here at the show, talking to people that have lots of energy needs for their grow purposes.
And that's what you guys have. You guys are going to provide solar for the grow, the grow room or the greenhouse, or what do you guys actually do? What?
Well, there's two things that we do. We supply solar systems to allow people to reduce their electric bill. And if they're off-grid and don't have access to electricity, we'll install a full battery-powered system for their grow operations off-grid.
Wow. And so, like, how many panels would, like, a typical, like a greenhouse, how much do you have to put to make it work?
We just finished a greenhouse job out in the Central Valley here, and it was, I think, 4 greenhouses, about 120 foot long each. We put in a 7-kilowatt array for them, 20 kilowatt hours of battery, a backup diesel generator, and they're completely off-grid.
Wow. So if you want to be off-grid, go check out Sunny Cow Solar. Where are you guys on the internet? Is it sunnycowsolar.com?
That's it. Yep, that'll get you.
There it is, guys, sunnycowsolar.com. If you're off the grid and you need power, this is the cheapest way to do it without the power company coming out there and raping you, right?
Yeah, you're on your own, and that's a good thing.
Yes, thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Everybody go check out Sunny Cow Solar for your needs.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you. We out. Duffman here. Ran into Cindy, Blue Lab. Cindy, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So,
in there, Duffman?
I'm hanging in there. It's getting a little late. Everybody's a little tired, huh?
No, not tired.
Hungover?
No, not that for me.
I'm hungover.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
And tired. I'm so tired.
You just need to take a little more B vitamin.
There it is, B vitamin. I need it. All right, anyways, there. Blue Lab Cindy here. Let's get serious with it. Dosers. You guys have them.
Yes, we have our new Pro Controller we just launched. So the Pro Controller is going to dose EC or ppm, pH, and it'll record your temperature. So not only does it dose with a peristaltic pump that doses about 120 ml per minute, but it also data logs, and then we've just launched our new Blue Lab app. So our Blue Lab app is going to go to a Blue Lab cloud. So we have our own private server. All that information will be saved for you. So if in case you lost your data for some reason, we can back it up for you. But we have our own app now. So no matter where you are in the world, I can pick up my phone right now and I can look at my New Zealand garden and I can tell you what's going on in the garden. So no matter where you're at, you're going to be able to check out your garden and know exactly what's going on.
That's pretty cool. That's the Blue Lab cloud. So like if you want to go on vacation and you're not, you got somebody watching your stuff, you want to make sure they're mixing everything right or that actually everything's okay, right? And they're taking care of it.
Exactly. Now you know if they are or aren't. So you go away and all of a sudden you see that you're in alarm status. You'll get a push notification, and that will tell you that there's something wrong. So you look at your app and you can see exactly like your EC's at 3.0 when you're supposed to be at 2.5 or something like that, or your PPMs are overshot, or maybe nobody's even fed for the day. So you've got employees that are working for you. Now you can keep track of your employees and know exactly what's going on, and you can address it right away.
There it is. Don't be slipping, employees, because Blue Lab going to be tripping on you.
That's it. You'll know exactly what's going on.
So go check it out, guys. Blue Lab, bluelab.com.
Bluelab.com, and that's our new Pro Controller. And you get to actually choose what pump size you want. So we've got a 120 mil pump. We got a 1,200 mil pump. So you've got a really large garden. You get your choice. So when you buy it, everything's kind of a component. So the Pro Controller is about $1,100. The medium-sized pumps, you get 3 pumps that are going to dose pH, A, and B nutrient at equal parts, and that is about $899. So $2,000, you got a Pro Controller and pumps that'll take care of you.
There it is. Go automative. Go there with Blue Lab and go check out the cloud and fire your employees. Right, Cindy?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but keep an eye on them.
Keep an eye on with Blue Lab Cloud and their pumps and their dosers and Blue Lab. Everything's good. That's right. I'm Duffman, San Jose, GrowX, Max Yield with Cindy. Thank you, Cindy.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.
What is? Welcome back, Heavy T's Grow Show right here on DFZ Radio. We've been kicking it with Fantech Phil, Fantech Shelby for the entire night. We've had a lot of fun, and now it's time for the grand prize question, guys. One more time, remind everyone where they can get their Fantech products, Shelby.
You can get it from Savant Plant Tech, from Horticulture Solutions, American Ave, SF Garden Supply, DNS, and Garden Rebels Wholesale.
And when you buy Fantech, you're not just getting a fan, you're getting the whole team behind it. You're getting the science, you're getting the engineering, and the support. I mean, you could buy any cheap Chinese fan you want off the shelf or off Amazon, and when the shit fails on you and you're crying tears of green because you lost some of your harvest because your environment got out of whack when that fan failed, no one's there to answer your questions. Send an email to Shenzhen, see what happens. You're going to get offers to sell you a bunch of LED lights. That's what's going to happen.
We'll bring engineers out to a facility.
Top engineer,
to check it
number
out.
one LED supplier in Shenzhen. Oh, really? Yeah, send me 100 samples right away. Take 100, test them out.
Make sure they don't catch
My product worked really good. Add to your wish list.
Hey, that's kind of racist. Phil, for you, Phil. One more time for the listeners. Tell them what's up with Fantech. You know, the inventors of the inline fan.
Inventors of the
quality,
inline fan,
authenticity.
Quality, authenticity. When you buy what's on the box is what's going to come and what's going to perform for you.
Yeah, you stand behind it.
We stand behind it. You put it in. You don't take it out. You just leave it. So guys, okay, that's how I'm hearing what you guys are.
You have a lot of kids, Phil.
Yeah, I do.
You're hearing what you said.
That part doesn't work. So no, when you install
pre-cum is real, Phil.
When you install, my 26-year-old is listening, so yes, that's a real.
You
thing.
got a 26-year-old?
She is not an accident.
I do.
Oh my goodness!
Puts it and leaves it, and now
that doesn't even look just for men. You don't have gray hair, and you're that old. Oh my god!
I am. I'm old as fuck. But anyways, when you put
that
the
black
fans
card
in,
works tonight, right?
He was pimping at 12. Though.
Go ahead.
You don't have to take them out and replace them when they fail. We had growers come by going, yeah, you know what? We put them right where we can get to them, so when they fail, we can swap them out real quick. We're like, guys, our fans are put in every day in buildings all around the world where they put them behind drywall and in mechanical rooms where they don't need to get to them just because they work.
And you guys work with some of the on the commercial aspects outside of horticulture. I mean, these are installed in buildings around the world by companies like Honeywell, like Cisco, like all these people that are working cooling servers, fart fans, making their buildings more efficient,
Absolutely.
whatever it is.
Palaces.
Fresh air appliances
Palaces?
for your homes. Yeah,
Are
any
palaces.
fans described as
Palace
fart
of Versailles has our fans in it. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The Norway tunnel?
The tunnel in Norway has
Yeah.
our big MRT fans in it that are huge jet fans that are
Yeah.
massive. They're actually measured in newtons, which is pounds of thrust. That's how they measure those. They don't do CFM on those. Those are newtons.
Pounds of thrust.
I want to have a
What's it
grow
say?
room.
Never take
I
it
want a
out.
grow
Pounds
room
of
with
thrust,
a
never
fan
take
that
it
is
out,
measured
yes.
in newtons.
Yeah.
I'll be like, how many
That's what's
newtons
up.
is a fan? They're like, T, you only got a 6-liter. I'm like, shit.
How many
Got my
newtons?
face. How many newtons is in this bitch?
Paul and Brandon, we need to know how many newtons our fans are.
I paid top dollar for Jerome to come over here and consult me how to get this half-pound my light per light. He told me to turn my lights down to 660.
666.
My ceilings were too low. All right. First, the grand prize question, which includes a full line of the grand prize includes a full line of Mission Fertilizer Smart Pots, a truncheon meter from Blue Lab, a Max Power bulb from Nanolux, and mucho más, much more.
Elote.
Horty Devin, what is the grand prize question?
That is such a fucking compliment. We miss you, Horty. And
You said you
sitting
wanted
in
to do
your
the
seat.
show.
Yeah, I'm the new fucking Horty. So, what is EC on the Fantech controller? I mean, Fantech fan.
We talked about it, and I don't remember. You're going to have to tell if it's right, Phil. Will and Kudahay. Where the fuck is Kudahay?
Good, Heavy T and Fantech.
Not much. What's good with you?
What about Horty Devin?
I'm just really excited to fucking win this grand prize.
We're going to slow your roll.
Well, let's see if you were paying attention.
Hold on one more time, Horty Devin.
Hold on, fucktard.
You know what's Devin.
Easy.
I know.
Easy. Everybody calm down now.
Welcome, Phil. Horty Devin, one more time. What is the grand prize question?
What does the EC stand for on this fan from these great guests?
Excited cock.
Will, what does the EC stand for?
Alright.
Revolution fan.
I'm probably going to fuck up, saying this, because I'm from Cudahy. My English is bad. But I just want to let you know, I know I'm right. It's called electronically commutated.
Yeah, you
Is
win.
that
Bing, 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 and yes.
If they made up that word anyway, you got it right.
We made up that. Kind of like, what was the one you made up earlier?
Shit.
Something.
Man.
But
man.
listen, Will, you got hooked up with the complete line of Mission Fertilizer. Go to missionfertilizer.com and check out their bulk soil delivery at sanctuarysoil.com, also bulksoil.com. Some original smart pots, a pattern of fabric pot, a truncheon meter, the most durable meter on the market. It's ppm and electrical conductivity. Nanolux Max Power bulb, and mucho más. Will, every Wednesday from 6 till about this time, who's hooking you up with the freshest grow gear and the dopest grow knowledge?
Fucking Heavy T Grow Show.
Yeah, dig! Go follow Fantech Shelby and Heavy T Grow Show. We're going to be announcing how to win that Fantech fan and controller. Thank you to Fantech Phil, Fantech Shelby.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
You start moving, Phil. It's your time. Get on over there, buddy. Get on it. Thanks, Will. I'm talking to Phil. Ed,
is he going Tom Jones?
This is you got it all set, Saint?
We're good to go.
All right. We're going to be back next week. Remember, we start at 5 o'clock with the Hydroponic Chef. On Monday, it's the Plug Gaming. Like I said, I suggest they call it Games, Weed, and Hose, but they said they got no weed and they got no hose. So it's just the Plug Gaming. It's all about video games, Fortnite, Dynasty, or Battlefield, Royale, some shit. I don't know. I smoke weed, I grow weed, and I do it the best, better than Jerome. Check out Heavy T's fucking flower challenge. So other than that, we out. Oh, stay tuned for